Yeah, it's been a crazy week in Boston this week. Definitely been a crazy week. I can't even lie about that. But what I seen the last couple of days, especially what I noticed today, has caught me off guard. I had to realize, because I wasn't understanding at first. But now I understand. But the title says what it says if you're in this video. And, you know, it's true right now. Inside the ring and out. The man's working with Canelo again. Not surprised by that. Thought that would happen probably last year. To be honest with you, when I thought about him working with Canelo again, I wasn't even thinking about Derrick James. Now that Derrick James ain't around, it makes sense. Definitely makes sense. But as far as inside the ring, right now, from what I'm hearing from the public in boxing, out of everything I've heard, I haven't heard anyone explain to me why right now Ryan is displaying more power than Tank. See, this is the crazy part that people ain't realizing. Should I throw this out there right now? Or should I save that? Because I was saving that. I might need to save that. Let me think. Yeah, I'm going to save that. I'm not going to say that right now. I don't want to jinx it. Because I think it's a good chance it happens. So I don't want to jinx it. But people got to realize when they come to fighting Devin Haney, I guess you could say what Tank had more. Or what? Who had more power? You got to say Ryan, right? They can't explain why he had more power. End the conversation. And we know he ain't got more power than Tank. They ain't gonna be able to explain why. That's why, as far as that whole little situation, it's not even an argument no more. Once I realized that part right there, I said it's not even an argument no more. I said it's not even an argument no more. Inside the ring and outside the ring has more pull right now. He has more pull. That's just it. Didn't Tank lose a belt on the scale or something like that? This dude fighting for a belt and then Ryan fight for a belt after losing, after not even making weight. Think about that. Tank is not the same as Ryan. I don't know if you think he is. You're not the same. If you would have lost to Ryan, it would have never looked like this. Don't ever think. That's why I say he got more power inside the ring and out right now. Right now, they talking like he got more power inside the ring, so nobody can disagree with that. The way people have been bragging about the left hook, that's not even a discussion no more. And to be honest with you, if we wanted to have a real honest discussion about it, we seen who Tank didn't drop in a fight, and we seen who Ryan did. So at this point right now, since everybody said PEDs don't matter, we can say Ryan has more power. I know I am. I'm saying he got more power right now. And most people gonna say no, he don't. And they gonna have to explain why how them knockdowns come. And Tank ain't getting no knockdowns against Haney. And if he fight him the next time, I'm pretty sure ain't gonna be no knockdowns. Cause it was a last time, and it's gonna be a next time. Might not be a next time. Well, from what I see right now, it's gonna be a next time. But that's a whole nother topic. That's something I'll probably talk about on members or something. But it's gonna definitely be a next time. But yeah, I just seen some information I seen tonight. It's about to get crazy out here. It's about to get crazy out here. I'm talking about, wow. It's gonna be some big fights, some weird news coming out. I don't know how long it's gonna take for this news to come out. This news I'm looking at, it might not come out till next year. Nobody's talking about this right now. But yeah, as far as the power thing, what I'm gonna see as far as the Tank fight coming up, I'm gonna start looking at the power comparison. Because right now, and this is just real talk, right now, Tank got rolled up out of there in the 6th round. Got Ryan out in the 7th round. Think about this. Frank Martin and Hector Garcia lasted longer than Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? Like, what are we even talking about? And the worst part about it is one of the guys was actually knocked out. The other guy, he just sat down and stayed there. You know what's crazy? Ryan looked more sad when he beat Luke Campbell than he did when he lost against Tank. But as far as the power though, I've been seeing people talking about, yeah, man, he got a lot of power. I'm talking about people who fans of Tank. I'm like, dang, bro, what are y'all talking about? So this is real talk. Right now, Ryan has more power than Tank does, as far as punching. as far as punching. And I'm being honest. As far as punching. Yeah, more power. Where's video at? I can't even find the video I was looking for. But yeah, right now, more power in my eyes. Definitely has more power. Cause I'm sitting here like people like, okay, the PEDs don't matter. If that's what the law is gonna be, then at the same time, you gotta sit up here and admit this man has more power than. If that's what you believe. That's what the conversation ain't gonna happen. That's why I think they should just hang it up, forget about it. It's a dead conversation. It's dead. Because right now the man's displaying more power than Tank after the last fight. And it's changing trainers. Back with Canelo. After your biggest win, which is a red flag. Biggest no contest now, but best performance of your career, and you changed trainers. That made no sense. We've never seen nothing like this before in history. When somebody changed a trainer after a fight like that. This how crazy it is. We probably never seen this before. Recently, hold on, let me see. Have we ever seen anything like that before? From what I've seen. But inside the ring and out right now. Trust me, when it's all said and done, from the way things are looking, when it's all said and done, I think it's gonna be hard to say that Ryan's resume isn't gonna be possibly better than Tank's. And I'm only saying this because right now he just fought Haney. He fought Tank, and he's much younger than Tank, so he got a lot of years to catch up. And the man's fighting for a belt, and he finna fight Rolly, so that's another guy Tank fought or is trying to fight. Has fought or trying to fight. So I'm looking at things, I'm like, okay, he got more power outside the ring right now. As far as matching up, making moves, they could say the Lamont Rose fight is good, but to some people, that's on the same level as Ryan versus Rolly. To some people. But I'm sitting back thinking, recently, I'm like, everybody like, yeah, man, I don't know if Haney gonna be able to get past what Ryan doing. I'm like, bro, the way y'all talking about Ryan right now, y'all don't know it, but y'all talking like he got more power than Tank. Naturally. Like a lot of these people done caught themselves in the loop. At this point right now, they're literally saying he has more power than Tank. It's elementary how I'm breaking it down, but You literally gotta dumb it down like this now for some people. They don't understand it, but they've gone so extreme. I done seen Devin Haney fight Tank Davis before. So I knew since then, okay, he can go to this level. Boom. Now all of a sudden he fight Ryan Garcia, things look the way they do. We see the PEDs and everything come out. Cause during the fight, I was already saying, man, Ryan look big. You know what I'm saying? I was like, he look huge. Cause I've seen him fight before, and I usually don't say that for fighters. You gotta realize, I usually don't say that. And so for a lot of people, that's why I said he got more power in the ring too. At this point. Cause right now, the way they saying, I'm talking about everything, I'm wrong. So okay. If we agree with what y'all saying, then he got more power than Tank. It's no conversation. Got way more power. Think about it. If he would have fought Pitbull, so Tank fought Pitbull, he ain't stopped Pitbull. So if Ryan would have fought Pitbull, would you would have picked Pitbull to stop him or Ryan to stop Pitbull? Most people would have picked Ryan to stop Pitbull. And that was somebody Tank never stopped. So the conversation of me saying Ryan has more power than Tank is way deeper than what you realize. That conversation is way deeper than you realize. That ain't no clickbait. Inside the ring and outside the ring, he got more power. Inside the ring and out. You know, one conversation we could be having right now is, did everyone expect Tiafimo to be working with Canelo before somebody like Tank Davis? And they'll be like, why would Tank Davis work with Canelo? I mean, if he can learn something from him, why not? I ain't say he got to join his team or something, but y'all know what time it is. Like I said, at this point right now, got more power inside the ring and out. The man has Floyd on his side. He got more connections right now. He can go train with Floyd and Canelo. And has done it. It has done it. And they got him knocking out everybody that Tank knocked out. Y'all gotta realize what I'm saying. They got him knocking out everybody Tank has knocked out before. So then when you get to the point where you talking about, matter of fact, let me look at this right now and test this. I'm about to see how many people said that Ryan was gonna KO Pitbull. I want to see how many people said that Ryan was gonna let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Some goes not really too much predictions. I don't see right here. Um, on the other one, what I seen, they definitely was saying stop it. See, somebody already said it. Low key with Ryan, he'll have the best resume when it's all said and done. I don't know about the best resume, but like I said just a few minutes ago, he already fighting Rolly, so it ain't gonna take him much if he wanted to try to pass Tank. Yeah, but a lot of people didn't say if a prediction as far as from what I was trying to find. I could find it if I wanted to look extra hard, but as far as Pitbull and Ryan, a lot of people will pick Ryan to pit KO Pitbull. A lot of people would. A lot of people would pick him. See, people saying Ryan with KO. Yeah, a lot of people would pick Ryan. See, Ryan Garcia said Pitbull is target practice. Easy KO for him in his mind. So that's another point right there. Is anybody gonna argue with Ryan right now saying that he wouldn't KO Pitbull? No. So that definitely proves a lot of my point. Yeah, a lot of people ain't gonna argue with that. But what I've noticed though, in the boxing game right now, let me see as far as resumes. Yeah, me too, man. I want to see Pitbull rather than Rolling. The only thing good about Rolly is his size. That's about it. But I don't think he's ready. It's a bad matchup. Yeah, I'm not too excited about it. Then I know we ain't gonna never, man, we ain't gonna never get a Ryan versus Tiafimo fight. Never gonna happen. Ryan versus Tio would never happen. Yeah, he would. Yeah, to go up to 47, that's insane, bro. That's why I had made a live the other day, Mimic, talking about Ryan at 147. I know I did some live. Everybody like, what is he talking about? But I had did a live talking about Ryan at 147 the other day. I was like, I got a feeling Pitbull pulled out of that fight because they started talking about 47 or whatever. Yeah, Pitbull at 47, he too small. For him to fight Ryan at 47, giving up too much. I think he just giving up too much in that weight, man. He too small. For him to try to go up to 47 to fight Ryan, I think he was like, nah, I'm good on that. Cause last year he was the first one to say he ain't no 140. I'm fighting guys at 140. And when he said it, I was like, what? And this was the day that was announcing the fight with him and Rayo. Yeah, they ain't gonna jab him. I mean, they just gonna jab him. He was a lot more aggressive in this fight. But he a lot more effective at 135 though. You know, he's just a dog. That's why he fighting at 140. But you see, these other guys don't want to move up. He's younger than most of these other boxers. So he could be at 135 still, but to try to drag him up to 147, that's crazy. So I don't know. Ryan he making a lot of moves right now. He doing that. Then he's changing trainers, which is insane. Never heard of anything like that before. You would think after the performance he had, he'll keep the same trainers, but he changed those too. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all. But him fighting Ryan is just too dangerous right now. Because Ryan's been at 140. He's been around 147 for a while now, a couple of years. Especially ever since the Tank fight, so he's dangerous right now. I don't think the catch weight was real. And then the crazy part is he's fighting Rolly, so it's gonna be a while before Ryan's even fighting guys who's naturally 147s. And what's crazy is he has a lot of fights lined up with guys from 140 fighting at 47. So yeah, he's behind right now. So Pitbull, he probably staying away from that. But he said he still wants to fight though. So I kind of don't understand. Said he still wants to fight. Just wanted to focus on his last fight, but if he fights at 47, I got him losing. That's a waste of time. You might as well stay at 140. He was fighting a guy who moved up from 35 after he did. And he still looks small to a lot of people. So yeah, it's gonna be tough for him. He was super aggressive this fight. But you could tell he got tired after a while. He was super tired. That weight starting, I don't know, man. Pitbull at 140. That's already a risk. So you drag him to 147. That ain't gonna work. I can't agree with that one. What's up, Chris? I don't trust Pitbull at 147. If I was him, I'd just focus on my own career. I wouldn't chase Ryan at 47. That's dangerous. Way too dangerous. But yeah, I would say right now, if I had to think about it, you said Shakur gonna school him? Yeah, Shakur gonna go out there and dog him. That's what I got happening right now. I think he's gonna be focused too. It's gonna be focused. It's gonna be a very good fight. I think this fight card is gonna be the best. This gonna be the best fight card I've probably seen in a while. I think it's one of the best. Right now, I think it's better than the one that happened with Crawford and Majamov last year. It's gonna be close, but I think it might be better. That Crawford and Majamov card was good too. It's a good card. So yeah, that fight card is gonna be good. The one coming on this weekend is gonna be good. Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, exactly, man. That was the guy I was actually. That was the guy I was picking to get an upset this weekend. I thought Pitbull was gonna win, but as far as the closest person to getting upset, I thought it was gonna be Pitbull. Yeah, I thought that was gonna be the closest person to getting upset, man. I'm telling you, I don't know why. I've been watching fighters all my life, but a fighter I can watch in like 2 minutes and figure out how good he is a Mexican fighter. I just don't know why. I just don't know why. I don't know. I think that's the most boxing I ever watched. It only take me 2 minutes to look at a Mexican fighter to find out how good he is. But when I seen the Ferrero guy, I was like, yeah, he's gonna possibly dog walk Pitbull. Then when I seen how he was looking at Pitbull at they almost fought at the workout. Did a face off at the workout. I don't know if everybody seen that. I was like, oh yeah, he coming to fight. Like 3 days away, he already hyped up. Yeah, man, they got to get him back in action. I don't know if they're gonna match him up again. I'm gonna just throw this out there. If somebody like Frank Martin going to 140, I can see that fight happening with him and Frank Martin. That'll be good. Uh, PBC still got some 140s over there. I think with Cruz, he gonna try to move on. Since that Ryan Garcia fight still out there. Not right now, but you never know. He could be a replacement. Yeah, they both got chins. Yeah, I knew it wasn't gonna be no knockouts. But I knew Ferrero had more power than his record says. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes these guys don't be having knockouts because the people they fighting got a chin too. Might be a no name, but he got a chin. So yeah, I knew PBC was gonna do that. Every time they have a guy who's not a big name, that's usually one of the biggest fights. It was like that with McCumbee and Caleb Plant. McCumbee and Caleb Plant was supposed to be a main event fight. A lot of people said it was trash. It wasn't worth the main event. But I thought it was. Before the fight happened, I was actually looking forward to that fight. McCumbee and Caleb Plant. Yeah, so they always have a smaller name on the card that shows up to fight. Pitbull was a small name at one point. Yeah, I don't think PBC get the credit for that though. Introduce a lot of big names like that. That's what the game missing right now. They they've been putting too many fighters in there that's you know expected to get beat too much. He said fake. I don't know. I posted it because you said fake. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know if it's fake or not. I don't know if it's fake or not. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know if it's fake or not. I had a speech about that last night. You know, I was on here last year telling people about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Everybody was laughing at me. Man, that fight ain't gonna happen. So it's 2025 right now. Anything can happen. They call him, oh yeah, fake Paul. Yeah, when I said that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight last year, I was like, bro, from now on, I ain't listening to nobody. I said that about Jake Paul fight and Canelo and Crawford. That's why I'm kind of confused right now. Everybody acting like they knew Crawford and Canelo was gonna fight. I'm like, man, y'all fake as hell. No, Canelo serious as hell, man. Canelo ain't playing. Canelo, bro. Canelo ain't never talked about no fight unless he was actually serious about fighting. That's what people gotta understand. Canelo ain't never talked about no fight unless he was serious. If you would have seen, I'm gonna give you an example. Have you seen Canelo talk much about Pacquiao over the years? No, he wasn't never serious. But he ain't never been serious about fighting Pacquiao. But Jake Paul, yeah. And he went into full detail. You gotta understand, Canelo don't speak English that good. He don't know every word. I can say some words he don't know. But he went into full detail why he should take the Jake Paul fight. That's the thing that just threw me off when I first heard it. I'm like, what the hell? He just broke down why he should take the fight. And I said something about it, and everybody was like, he's just talking. I'm like, he's just talking? So now they've been giving Canelo the Tank treatment. You know how everybody just say, oh, Tank just talking. So they were saying Canelo just talking. I'm like, okay. I guess he's just talking about the Crawford thing too, because it's happening. So you gotta watch out for that. You know, fans gotta understand, like, it's certain fights they gonna put on because they know at this point right now, how do I explain it? They know that it's a lot of money being thrown around, and the people who are paying, they want to fight and name big enough for a certain check. And I know Canelo, if I'm Canelo right now, I'm a big enough name to the point where, and you got to realize, Canelo just seen Tyson Fury fight in Ghana in the middle of his career. Canelo ain't said, I'm going to fight Jake Paul at the end of my career. He said, when I'm finished fighting the top guys. And he said it's in English. he uses left side of the brain and right side. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing it out there for you. I mean, I ain't trying to make you believe anything. But he said it's in English. Just go back and look at what he said in English. Trust me, everything he says in English, it becomes true. You know, like the Crawford thing. That's why I said, like, it's somebody picking the fights for him or something, because at a certain point, he flip-flopping answers, and it's like, okay, what is going on? Somebody telling him, say no to this or what? because the first couple of times he got answered the yeah, because the first time and you got to think about it, Canelo is the face of boxing. The man's selling everything, so Canelo was sitting at home last year like these dudes fighting in Ngannou for how much? He got $50 million to do that. So you got to think about it. I ain't supposed to be saying this, but since you in here, I'm just saying it's, But so they said Joshua got $50 million to fight Ngannou, right? So if Canelo wants a certain amount of money to fight Crawford, right? Him fighting Jake Paul, he gonna get the money, the popularity, and he gonna get the credit for beating Jake Paul because he finna fight Terrence Crawford. I'm telling you, it's the perfect scenario. I'm just being real with you. He can go out there and lose to Crawford, and they'll still say, yeah, but he beat Jake Paul, though. For real. Trust me. Casual fans have that much power to where him going and losing to Crawford wouldn't mean nothing because he would still be remembered as a guy who beat Jake Paul and stopping him. And he'll be getting a bag of money for it. And it's something Jake Paul wants to do. And Canelo giving up a lot of weight fighting the guy anyways. So it's not like it's just something super easy. Jake Paul gonna have what? If Canelo was at 68, he gonna have at least, 60 pounds on him? That's a challenge right there. That ain't easy. You said discussing low-key? Yeah. That's, man, that's the way the game going right now, man. I don't know. That's the way the game going. It's like the media throws an idea out there and they go with it. The Tyson Fury and Ngannou thing happened kind of fast because they was talking about Wilder and Ngannou, but people didn't think that was gonna happen. Then out of nowhere, they made the Fury and Ngannou fight very fast. But you said as far as disgusting, yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you though, I'm kind of over it because if I get on here complaining and all that, y'all ain't gonna want to hear that. As far as about the Ngannou and the MMA fighters and stuff like that. That's why I was saying with the Joshua and Fury, I'm like, I don't know why y'all was playing around with Ngannou. Should have just let Wilder go ahead and fight him instead of just, doing what they did. But you know how that goes. Yeah, I was just thinking that it's a scenario. It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. Me, I'm thinking sometimes when they come up with an idea like the Jake Paul fight, they'll just push it off till next year. But it's a good scenario though. You got to think about what Canelo said. He was like, it gets you popular. And if Canelo was to go out there right now, if I'm a promoter for Canelo, I'll tell Canelo, hey, look, you're still in your prime of what you got left. You can take a hard fight and limp into the Crawford fight. Or you can go into the Jake Paul fight, get a big bag of money, have you a regular season NBA game type of fight, get some popularity, and then you'll be so popular going into the Crawford fight that you'll break records when you fight him. The biggest way to make that Crawford fight humongous, I'm talking about like some Pacquiao type of stuff right now, would be if Canelo was to fight Jake Paul. If Canelo was to fight Jake Paul and they was to promote the fight and act like Jake Paul, let's just say if they was to act like Jake Paul or Canelo, whoever win will fight Crawford or whatever, they would do numbers. You got to think about it. All age groups watch the fights and stuff, And he just fought Mike Tyson, so you can kind of use that familiarity to roll out the Crawford and Canelo fight. So from what I'm seeing from a marketing standpoint, as far as just money, because boxing is about money, Jake Paul and Canelo in May is very real. Absolutely. Well, doesn't he retire then fight him? I mean, at this point right now, Canelo's, he's been doing whatever he wants, so he's kind of semi-retired in my mind. He's kind of semi-retired. He's not really competing to the point where if it wasn't for Benavidez losing the belt, he wouldn't even be undisputed right now. So he's not too far from what Tank is doing. If it wasn't for Benavidez losing that belt, he wouldn't be undisputed right now. So I think people got the legacy thing with Canelo kind of messed up. He fighting a lot of world champions, yeah, but that's about it. He just recently got undisputed, and he was lucky to get that. And the reason he gonna get undisputed again is because they probably gonna hold it off with this William Skull guy. And I don't think they want him to fight William Skull in May. It's still a big if he'll fight William Skull in May, because let's just say he does fight William Skull and he gets 2-time undisputed. Well, if Crawford goes out there and beats him, that'll be even more motivation to beat Canelo, and he can become 3-time undisputed. But I don't want to get into the details about that. But as far as all that, that's why I'm saying the Jake Paul thing just looked real. People don't understand boxing business these days, so they didn't understand why the Mike Tyson thing happened, or they don't understand why the Crawford and Canelo thing happened. They saying it's a payday. A payday. I mean, when you at the top, you're gonna get paid a payday regardless. It ain't no reason why Crawford shouldn't get a payday fighting anybody right now. If he ain't getting a payday, that means boxing is a joke. They talking about paydays. He better be getting a payday. He has to be. There's no other options right now. The only thing 2025 is going to do is roll out the next couple of stars in boxing, or guys that a lot of people going to like to watch. Keyshawn Davis is another one who's fighting this week. Benavidez last weekend. Morrell, Pitbull. Like I said, Pitbull is going to be a guy who's going to always fight in big fights, good fights, entertaining fights. He's not going to be the next Floyd Mayweather, but he's going to play his part. He's going to do what he can do. Everybody can't do what Pitbull does. That's why he's always going to be around. Not even as far as fighting styles, just promoting the fight. When you know he's in a fight, it's like even this time around, he coming off a loss, but everybody knew he was going to be in a fight, though, a good one. I told everybody that's going to be the fight people talking about. And that was the most talked about fight. So we know what's going on out here as far as the boxing business. We definitely know what's going on. That's why I say these matchups that's getting put out there right now, these ain't, to be honest with you too, I'm going to say this as well. It ain't been no boxing rumors out in a minute. I'll just say that. The only thing that been lies are these AI little videos that come out. Some things on Twitter, but not a lot. But it hasn't been that many boxing rumors in years. Most of the stuff that's been coming out has been true. From Crawford to Canelo, all this stuff is true. When they was talking about Jake Paul and other people, it's always been true. But when it goes to people ducking and whatever, that's when the lie's been going around. So that's been playing a huge part. But yeah, like I was saying originally in this video though, in this live, right now Ryan he's displaying more power than Tank. And people don't know it or not, but if this continues, somebody gonna have to explain this. And I'm not talking about PEDs. I'm talking about he literally is getting in the ring with the same guy, Tank is fault, and dropping him. And Tank is not. And everybody knows if I had to ask them who got more power, Tank or Ryan. So it's gonna be a very wild year. And he's rejoining Canelo after his best performance. Yeah, that's crazy to me. Not surprised though. I definitely knew it was coming. I definitely did. I thought the last win would postpone it, but not surprised. Definitely knew this was gonna happen this year. When I seen him at Ring Magazine, I was like, something ain't right. I said, something ain't right. And as you see, back together again. And they got Ryan and Tiafimo working with the same guy. They not gonna fight each other. That's why I said, man, I don't know what T.O.'s gonna do. But certain people he's picky right now. Even with Turkey Al-Sheikh around. It's certain people that's not gonna be picky with Turkey Al-Sheikh around. I've already said that list. See, the only person I've seen Ryan duck is probably a Shakur Stevenson. That's about it. But you don't really have a problem with him getting in the ring with certain guys. It's usually hard for other people. T.O. is one of them. Just too many people that can't get in the ring with him at certain points. Way too many. So for them to be working with the same guy, oh yeah, appreciate that. I know I'm just rambling. But for them to be working with the same guy, I'm like, nah, this ain't a good look. But yeah, Ryan never has a problem putting a fight together. It's just Shakur is the only guy he was like, nah, they don't like that style. It's old school. You don't fight a lot of people like Shakur, so most people gonna get beat up by Shakur. Don't let them fool you. A lot of people don't have that style. So that's the reason a lot of people know they'll get beat up. Even Tank. And a lot of people don't work with that style. That's all it is. But Tank can catch him, but if he don't, so that's gonna be a stretch. Then you let the guy get bigger than you now. Then he's gotten stronger, so yeah, it's gonna be tougher now. But yeah, man, they got a lot of stuff coming out with Ryan though, man. Dude is really, you know, he's really different. I'll say that. He's living up to the hype as the new Golden Boy. He doing some Oscar De La Hoya type of stuff out here. He definitely is. This dude is different. What I'm seeing right now coming out, it's like, and you gotta realize everything I've been saying about him is coming true. Told y'all last year, 147. Watch out. At the minimum. And making 147 gonna be a stretch. That's gonna be tough. So him working with Canelo, it's about all that. Making weight. He trying to make sure he can be able to make weight, everything. This ain't about fighting skills. I think the Canelo move is about making weight. He done got rid of Scooter, so And let's just be honest. And I'm gonna just say this, and I'm not talking crap or anything. Let's just be honest. So I think Boots will be around either. Yeah, at 47, 47 is way different. You know, it's almost like Chris. 47 is almost like a guy going from 130 to 35. It's just a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Loma looked different at 130. He got the 135 and he looked like he don't look the same. So those that weight class make a big difference. That's why I was pointing out, Chris, and that's a good point because for Ryan not to be able to go to 147 and just pick any 147 right now to fight, that's not a dangerous weight class right now. And the man not talking about fighting any 147s. You can't fight. Hold on, I was about to say, is Rocha at 147? I think Rocha at 47. You could have fought somebody. He ain't even fighting a Rocha. He could have fought a Santillan. He fighting Rolling. Yeah, it's like a 30, yeah, a 30 or 35, man. It's like that situation with Roach. You know, 30, it's tough to see a 30 be the, no, I was talking about Loma. But it's like, you know, Loma was struggling at 35 against elite competition. At 30, he was bad. It's a difference. So for Ryan not to go to 147 and go straight at a 147, it's a difference. See, right now, people who don't even like Devin Haney, they think he's so good. They saying that he should have went straight into a fight with Boots after the fight with Ryan Garcia. They saying right after he fought Ryan Garcia with everything that just happened, that he should go straight into a fight with Boots. They're not expecting somebody like Ryan Garcia to do it because they know the truth. They know his skill level is not that good. Getting a couple of knockdowns and outboxing somebody is two different things. He ain't outboxing nobody. He said, you like foreigners or what? Bet you a Devin and Shakur fan. If you like boxing, you better be a Devin and Shakur fan too. If you like boxing. It's 2025. I don't know who you watching, big dog. You ain't watching Devin and Shakur Stevenson? Who are you watching? Well, he said Loma would definitely beat Tank in his prime at 135 or 6 years ago. Oh yeah, it would have been a dog fight. It would have been a dog fight. You said, see? Bro, what's the problem with that? What are you saying? These dudes crazy out here. They want me to sit up here and watch fighters that people don't even know. That's crazy. And like, you a Devin and Shakur fan? Yeah, I like boxing, of course. Who else I'm gonna watch? You said Pillow Fist? I don't know if you've been watching boxing the last couple of weeks, but ain't nobody been getting knockouts. It's hard to knock people out in a 50-50 fight. But yeah, I'll let him talk to himself. He ain't got nothing to do. It says Floyd has advised Tank not to fight Loma a while ago. This was like 5 or 6 years ago when Loma had most of the belts. Yeah, I know. Man, Tank, bro, to be honest with you, the only reason Tank fought Frank Martin recently is because everybody talking about he wasn't fighting a black guy. You know, they thought that nobody noticed it. And this was black people that was calling it out. You had to have black fans that's fans of Tank call him out for not fighting black guys. Some of these other fans were so happy that he was fighting a Mexican that they didn't even care. These Mexican fans. Then as soon as we call it out, they start hopping on the bandwagon like, yeah, Tank not fighting any black guys. Like, shut up. You said Mexican fighters the best. So Tank, according to you, Tank can fight 100 Mexicans because you said Mexican fighters have the best fighters. Now that Tank's starting to pick y'all off is a problem. Pick a side. He said gang. Oh man. Anybody who calls somebody gang is a square. That ain't gonna never be cool, bro. I don't know who told y'all that was street, but ain't nobody in the streets talking about, hey gang. I hate when dudes say that. Yeah, he mad. Man, I hate when dudes say that. Anybody, hey, y'all hear anybody say that, bro? They are not from the streets. That's the biggest phony. That's like some Malibu Most Wanted type of stuff. Anybody who say, hey gang, oh my God, bro. That's like some Medea type stuff. You might hear Medea saying something like that. Any man who say that, I ain't gonna cap to you. 100% square. 100% square. Ain't no dude who talking about some, hey gang, don't know. Definitely don't know more than boxing than me. Come on. Let's be real. You calling one guy gang? You say you not street, you hear your voice. Boy, please. What my voice got to do with my background? You sound the same. Yeah, that's Scooby-Doo talk. Oh, that's what Fred used to say on that's what Fred used to say on Scooby-Doo. Come on, gang. And then run off with that one girl. These boys think they saying something new out here. They saying Scooby-Doo talk. I forgot about that, man. You right. We talking about boxing. These dudes talking about, hey, gang. You don't know what you talking about when it comes to that boxing. Said, man, the shit, keep on. I don't know. You thought you were trolling for a minute, didn't you? That boy thought he was trolling. He said he using emoji. Hey, boxing knowledge, I got something to say to you real quick. I don't even know if I should play it for him. You said deep voice. Man, y'all dudes be out here tripping these days, boy. But yeah, like I was saying though, getting back to what I was saying after I was just messing with him for a little bit. You could tell when somebody love Tank so much, they don't be having nothing to talk about when it comes to Tank. Let me get on Tank since he talking about I'm mad. Hey, Boxing Knowledge, since you in here, you done named the whole channel called Boxing Knowledge, but ain't said nothing about no knowledge. You ain't dropped no knowledge. You ain't dropped no knowledge, but you call yourself Boxing Knowledge. So let me ask you a question, gang. So what is my question for him? Why is Ryan using more power against Haney than Tank Davis did? How was Ryan Garcia able to knock Haney down, but Tank couldn't knock him down? Can you answer that question for me? Boxing Knowledge, could you tell me how Ryan Garcia could knock down Devin Haney, but Tank Davis couldn't? I'm gonna see if anybody can answer that question for the next 6 months until Ryan fight in May. I'm gonna start. Well, it ain't gonna be 6 months. I'm gonna see if anybody can answer that question. Oh yeah, they always leave. I told you, bro. They be trolling the wrong one. I ain't gotta yell or nothing. Yeah, these dudes be coming in here tripping. I heard people talk about Tank, man. A lot of these dudes, to be 100 with you, and this ain't no disrespect, but anybody who get offended by it, you ain't no street dude anyway. Cause most of them act like they street dudes. You ain't no tough guy if you get offended by this. But most of these guys, from what I've seen, just from what I've seen, the way they pick boxers ain't got nothing to do with boxing. From what I've seen, it ain't got nothing to do with boxing. The guys they think that's tough, that's the guys who they pick as far as boxing. It has nothing to do with skills or whatever. You think Haney shot like he lost his chin? No, he good. No, Haney gonna be good, man. Haney's good, trust me. Yeah, the sparring video, absolutely. Absolutely, the sparring video. And people will say, well, it's just sparring though. But have you seen Ryan in sparring though? Look at Ryan in sparring. Look at Ryan in his fight against Oscar Duarte when he was turning his back. Then look at his fighting with Haney. Even though if you look at the fight, he just got knockdowns. He wasn't outboxing Haney the whole fight. He was just getting knockdowns. Boom, boom. And that comes from the power, which I already know that. But you can get knocked down in sparring though. Trust me, Tank knocks people out in sparring. That happens. People get knocked out in sparring. We can find a video of every boxer probably dropping somebody in sparring or knocking them out. We see it all the time. They post videos every week of somebody gets dropped in sparring. As small as Devin Haney was in that sparring match with Tank Davis, he should have dropped him. So the fact that Tank couldn't drop Haney, but Ryan did, somebody got to explain that. That's why I said I'm putting my money on. What's going on, Chris? I'm putting my money on. Oh, yeah, what's going on, Chris? He said, I just popped in here. I see the title. Do you think Ryan got more punch of power? All right, let me run back what I just said just now. Somebody has to explain, and it's going to be the easy way I'm going to do it, Chris, and I'm going to break it down even more. Somebody has to explain why Ryan Garcia was able to drop Haney as many times as he did, but Tank Davis was not able to drop Devin Haney. And people will say, well, it's just sparring. First of all, people get dropped in sparring all the time. Tank has knocked plenty of people out in sparring from what we seen on video when Tank sparred Devin Haney, that was one of the smallest guys we seen him spar, and the youngest. So people have to realize Ryan Garcia was able to go in there and knock down Haney down multiple times. So somebody had to explain why he's displaying more power than Tank. That's all I'm saying, Chris. Because technically, on paper, he got more power than Tank right now. Now, let me ask you a question, Chris. If Ryan would have picked Pitbull, you would have picked Ryan for a decision or knockout? Or the average person? If you don't know a pick, just think of the average person. They would have went with Ryan for a decision or a knockout. Cause we gonna answer the question together. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it. Decision or knockout. I don't know if Chris still in here. Ryan by knockout. Exactly. Now this is a guy that Tank Davis did not knock out. Well, people will say, well, Tank Davis was hurt in that fight. I know Chris said decision. But you know the average person would say knockout though. And he said, no, at the last Saturday, Pitbull got an iron chin. Ferrero ain't got no power like that though. Ferrero ain't no Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? And he's not a Ryan Garcia. Because you got to think about it. I've seen Kambosos take punches from Teofimo. Teofimo threw some of the hardest punches I ever seen him throw against Kambosos. Couldn't knock him out. So sometimes it's the opponent you in there with. And the way Ryan Garcia throwing that heat, it's a good chance he'll get Pitbull up out of there. I ain't gonna lie to you. Pitbull was exhausted Saturday too. And that's just being real. Pitbull was, he was almost out of there Saturday, like twice. Yeah, he was. Absolutely he was. So the reason why I'm saying that, Chris, is, you know, people say, well, I don't believe in the PEDs. Cool. Okay, cool. Cool. If you don't believe in the PEDs, that's cool. I'm not gonna hate you. But what you're gonna have to do is explain how this man got all this power. Because it's a good chance that Ryan Garcia might go in there with Rolly and knock him out faster than Tank did. Or it might be worse, a worse knockout. He might go in there and knock out Rolly worse than Tank did. Now, you know what can be worse? He can go out there and look horrible. So everybody better hope that he go out there and look great his next fight. See, it's getting serious now. You know what I'm saying? And this is no trolling. This is just me spitting facts. Appreciate everybody for coming through. I know it's late. But this is when it's getting serious now. Like super serious. And I just got a story tonight I can't really put out right now. I might release it in the morning. Might have to see. I'm put it on Member Channel right now. Really can't even put the story out for real. Very good story though. I'm thinking about it in the morning though. But what we talking about right now is very good anyways. Ain't nobody else talking about this. But yeah, probably expect something tomorrow though. I don't know. We'll see. Pretty serious story. I mean, somebody might get sued. That's why I don't know if I want to put it out. It's a boxing story, but like I said, somebody could go to jail behind it. So, bruh, I don't even want to know if I want to do it to you. Let me see. Y'all in the Discord. Matter of fact, I might drop it in the morning because I got to put the video together first. But man, bro. I'm telling you, what I seen. Yeah, they don't know. They don't really know. I'll just say, well, let me put it in. Matter of fact, I got it. Oh, damn. I found a story right here. I'm gonna put it in the comments for y'all. Cause I'm gonna do a video on it. Since y'all my dogs, I'm gonna go ahead and find it real quick. If I can find it, hold on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Here you go. Here you go. I ran across this. Don't know how real it is yet. Haven't looked into it. But yeah, copy this link real quick. I'm gonna put it up there for y'all. Hey, copy that link real quick before I delete it. Y'all got it? Chris? Both Chris's? Mimic, hurry up, get the link, copy it real quick before I delete it. I got the story up there. I posted it. Y'all got the link? Let me know when y'all got it. And delete it. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, cool. Yeah, so I haven't read it that much yet because I got some other stuff I was posting before that. But I gotta do a video on this, and I'm sitting here looking. I'm like, what is this? And you know, they still got a few real reporters out here actually doing the. But anybody let me know? Have y'all heard that story yet? That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody be talking about boxing and everything. They don't know everything that's going on or that be going on. Cause my thing is, why do dudes need money like that right now? Yeah, you heard about that? Yeah, that's what I was saying. I haven't heard anybody saying nothing about it. Have you seen him posting about it? I haven't seen a coin at all. I haven't seen not one. I haven't seen a post about a coin or nothing. Yeah. And it's just allegedly, but I'm thinking it's more so one of those. Cause you know, if you make the coin real quick and you put it up for a couple of days, couple of weeks, you can get 200 million or something and pull it out. You know what I'm saying? It'll be in the account and you just pull it out. And you just pull it out, you know. They be doing that now. The only thing that made me say it was a red flag, somebody said, he said, what is Canelo rank after he sleep Crawford? I mean, Canelo's already the highest he can go right now. The man's doing whatever he wants in the middle of his career. He's doing stuff Floyd couldn't even do. There's no higher that Canelo can go. Yeah, that's wild, man. Yeah, that's wild. People think I'll just be posting stuff. I don't even be trying to post these dudes. If I really wanted to get some views and clout chase, man, please. They lucky I keep it boxing over here, Chris. They super lucky. They lucky I just keep it boxing over here. Then dudes be like, you don't know what you talking about. Okay. You lucky ain't no troll. Yeah, and they be trolling in boxing like personal stuff. Like when they was talking about Haney and Young Thug recently. I'm like, bro, if y'all know the stuff that these other boxers got going on, that ain't nothing. For real, for real. But you know, I ain't trying to be out here trying to be on that type of time. It's just boxing. It's already enough going on inside the ring. But yeah, man, that dude is he's a wild card right now. He's not helping himself inside the ring or out. But the fact that it's getting swept under the rug, he has more power than Tank inside the ring and out right now. So y'all understand what I'm saying as far as the live stream, as far as the power. Just not in the ring and outside the ring. Man's working with Canelo, Floyd, Oscar. I mean, he's a creative player right now. You know, when you was on the 2K, you know when people play the 2K games and they want to pick certain companies they want to work with? He said, your thoughts on Ryan leaving Derrick James, though? I thought he looked. I was saying that earlier, Chris. I know you had just popped in, so I'm going to talk about it one more time. My thoughts are, it's the weirdest thing I ever seen in boxing history. It's the weirdest thing I ever seen, because you got to realize it. This the best performance he's ever had in his career. So this the first boxer we ever seen coming off his best career performance, and he changed his trainers. Makes no sense. You didn't see no fans out here saying, yeah, Ryan need to change trainers. So for him to just change trainers right now, it makes zero sense. Very confused. And to be honest with you, Chris, the man's going back to Canelo. So this is after looking your best. After all this stuff you got going on, you already had a good performance from everybody, what they said. You switching trainers now? So it's a red flag to me. I don't know. Right now it looks suspect, if I want to keep it real. It looks very suspect. You know, don't understand it. Just don't understand it. It's like almost when the Bulls broke up the team when they didn't want to bring back Phil Jackson or something like that. It's like you done won 3 championships in a row. Now you gonna switch it up? What's going on with that? So right now with him moving away from Derrick James and going towards Canelo, which I knew would happen, Chris. I knew he would go back to Canelo. Just because when I seen him show up to Canelo's fight in May, after the Devin Haney fight when he fought Munguia, I said he gonna try to go back over there. And when I seen Tiafimo over there, I said they probably gonna try to do a kind of a Latino heat type of thing, and that's what's going on. Try to run that back again. But as far as everything else, Ryan Garcia's he's in a position right now where he's looking weird, man. You got to realize, like, this dude is. I think he's going over there for the weight though. He don't have a scooter around right now. If you training with Canelo, they're gonna probably help you with your weight cut or whatever. So that's allegedly, I don't know. But I think that's why the whole move is happening. As far as with Derrick James. Because he was looking good with Derrick James, but people gotta understand he ain't gonna look the same though. So right now what we're hearing is he's not gonna look the same. And whatever he needs for his next fight, Derrick James don't got it. And Canelo's team most likely does. But we never seen nothing like this in boxing history though. Guys to switch a trainer like this after this kind of performance doesn't make any sense. So that right there kind of goes with what I've been saying more than what everybody else been saying. So right now, if I was a boxing fan, just from what I'm seeing, a lot of people don't know what Ryan Garcia is, what kind of guy he is. They don't know nothing about him. That's where a lot of people messed up when they were speaking about him earlier. last year after the Haney thing. That's what kind of made me laugh about the whole situation. People were speaking like they know how he gonna move and stuff. They don't know how he's moving. I'm gonna give you an example of how I know that. Have you noticed that people not really trying to report on Ryan like that? They're not trying to report on him. They don't want to make videos about him. He has a lot going on. They don't want to make videos about him though. Like I said, the power outside the ring, it might be more than what Tank has. At the end of the day, Ryan's gonna have more opportunities to fight big time fights than what Tank is. And the fans that Tank has is not helping because they're okay with him fighting middle of the road guys. And by the time Ryan Garcia is at the end of 2026, they're gonna be trying to compare him and Tank Davis's resumes together. They already bragging about how Ryan's resume is good and how Tank's, he doesn't have a pound for pound resume in their eyes. So while everybody is like trying to have little arguments and conversations, that's cool and everything, but like I said, power inside the ring and out, history is gonna prove right now. The way history is moving right now, if you just stop boxing right now, Ryan is known for dropping Haney. He's not known for getting stopped by Tank Davis. He's more known for dropping Haney than stopping Tank Davis. I mean, by getting stopped by Tank Davis. Exactly, Chris. And like I said, Chris, the worst part about it is Ryan's more known for dropping Haney than he is for getting stopped by Tank Davis. Now, mind you, that's the fight with Haney still went 12 rounds. They don't care about that. Ryan Garcia quit against Tank Davis. They don't remember that. So when everybody brings up the Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia thing, they don't remember that. That fight wasn't good to them. I seen people complaining about that fight, how bad it was. That's why I was laughing about when everybody was talking about Loma and Devin Haney fight. I was like, people don't even know it, but nobody was talking about the Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fight like this. Chris, you know that. After the Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis fight, wasn't nobody talking about that fight. All you heard was, oh man, I feel so bad. Look how Oscar did him. That's a grown man that everybody waiting to just twerk for him. Oh, look how Oscar did him. That man just went out there and quit. And they gonna talk about me. Look how Oscar did him. I should have known then how much everybody was a sucker. But they gave the man credit for it. But I gave Ryan credit for actually picking tough fights, though. That wasn't never something I was questioning. But the integrity behind the substance and the PEDs, I definitely thought that was going to be a problem. Because he was getting big too fast. I'm like, he's not in the weight room like that. He's naturally a skinny guy. Look how skinny he is in this picture, Chris. He's skinny in this picture. You can tell he's starting to put on some weight that's kind of weird because his head and neck is kind of still small. You see how, I don't want to get into it like that, but we can. You see how his neck and head is kind of small, but his chest and arms is big? He probably was on something then, allegedly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what I don't understand is, Chris, this one I don't understand about boxing these days. If you don't like Devin Haney or Benavidez or Wilder or whatever, why do those be the first videos they go watch? I mean, those be the first videos they go watch. They be bragging about how all these other fighters is top fighters and face of boxing and everything else. But every time I see somebody getting the interview, those be the first people they go see about. They be the first people they go see about. I tested it one day. I went to some channels that don't like Deontay Wilder. I said, what's their most popular videos? Most popular videos is Deontay Wilder. So most boxing fans, they online searching people they don't even like. So it's a lot of mental health issues in boxing right now. So with Ryan Garcia having mental health issues and having so many supporters, I can understand why. I can understand why. But Chris, what they don't understand is Ryan Garcia, he gonna have to be shooting like Steph Curry from the field. He's gonna have to put on a lot more performances like that. If he goes out there and starts looking regular, that's a red flag. So they don't know how much pressure on it. He go out there and look regular, red flag. If he goes out there and beats everybody in boxing for the rest of his career, that's gonna look crazy. I'm just being honest. The man goes out there and knocks out everybody that Tank can't knock out. Tank fans gonna be looking crazy. That's what I'm saying, y'all. They ride for certain people they don't understand. They don't understand how deep this is. Y'all supporting a guy that might knock out everybody that Tank couldn't knock out. That might actually happen. And he might knock out everybody Tank did knock out. And he might do it faster. Or worse. The way Rolly might get knocked out against Ryan might not be the same as he did against Tank. So yeah, people got to think about stuff like that. So be ready. Anything can happen out here. They're not thinking of all this though. Yeah, and it's gonna be like that, Chris. And it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be just like that. The one thing that tell me it is gonna be like that, Chris. Perfect example. I'm glad you said that, Chris. Makes all the sense. And the thing that tell me it's gonna be like that, Chris, is him pulling guys from 140 to 47. Now Pitbull fighting Rayo at 30 from 35 to 140. That makes sense because Rayo is a strong guy and he's big at 140. If you look at how big he was compared to Pitbull, the man came from 35 and he still looked big against Pitbull. So Pitbull pulling him up wasn't bad because they had just came from 135. That was almost like Ryan and Devin Haney. But to be pulling up Rolly and try to pull up Pitbull from 140 to 147, nah, he ain't got no skills. That lets me know right there, everything he was saying about him being able to beat Boots, beat Terrence Crawford, that was a bluff. He ain't believing that. You telling me that you can knock out Terrence Crawford or beat Terrence Crawford, but you can't go up to 147 and fight a top 20 guy? At least fight a former champion or somebody. Fight somebody. It's been fighting Rolly, a guy who struggled against an old man. So from what I'm seeing right now, Ryan ain't moving like somebody who just went out there and outboxed Devin Haney or dropped him or ruined Devin Haney, or people saying Devin Haney ain't gonna be the same. If Devin Haney ain't gonna be the same, Ryan Garcia need to be fighting Jerron Ennis or somebody right now. Why is he fighting Rolly Romero at 147? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And the fact that nobody got an answer for it lets me know that everybody just been talking, bro. They didn't went off too far. They like that old person you got in the house that just won't stop talking. They got dementia at this point. No disrespect. But I'm just being real. They really acting like that. They really just talking about, well, yeah, the left hook. Bro, this dude doing stuff Tank ain't doing, bro. Like, what are y'all talking about? And he just got stopped against Tank in the worst way. Made the man quit. So yeah, this move going over there with Canelo, this is a help me get to my best. Help me get back to where I was against Luke Campbell. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, I think everything else I'll say about that will be on membership. I don't want to get too. But at the end of the day, it's not a good look for him. It's not a good look, to be honest. The moves he's making, it's not good. They're trying to make it a situation where Ryan doesn't have to prove anything. He has to prove everything to me, or I'm going to call it out. He got to prove everything to me. Because I'm the one that stuck my neck out saying, yeah, he going to be ready. See, all these other people that's talking about Ryan Garcia right now, they wasn't talking about him. Oh, don't, I was telling people last year, 2 years ago, oh, don't worry about it. He going to fight the best. He going to fight tough fights. These other people weren't supporting no Ryan Garcia. They was talking about he should fight a UFC fighter after he lost to Tank. So as far as I'm looking at things, he the biggest sellout because the people that's supporting him ain't the people that was supporting him after he lost to Tank. So he ain't got no real fans out here. And that's just real talk, me being honest about it. And he's not used to getting likes like he is right now for boxing. He used to get likes for working on his feedback or something. But as far as actually doing something in the ring, get somebody, no, it's the first time. Especially after that Tank Davis fight. And he kind of admitted that in some tweets that was deleted. But yeah, he has everything he got to prove though. He's in the worst position you can be in for somebody who was caught using PEDs. Then the scenarios you used and the stuff you said afterwards. Like you said so many lies that to this point right now should not be trusted with anything he says. This dude told so many lies after the Haney fight that at this point right now, you should literally be saying, oh, he's lying. What did he say? Oh, he's a liar. Like the dude told so many lies, he literally should be called a liar, openly. Yep. Yep, but it would have been a different situation though if he would have been caught with the PEDs though. It would have been a whole nother different situation. It would have been like the one now, but they got some crazy people over there too. Yeah, Chris, these people know what time it is, man. They know what time it is. They know what time it is. Listen, man, I'm telling you, the excuses they use for Ryan, even when they said that he was using the PEDs to lose weight, that's a big deal. Because now the man is weight bullying himself. So he fighting people that he ain't even supposed to be fighting right now. The man ain't fought at 135. He fought at 135 against Tank. But he only fought 135 once in the last. He been fighting at 140 since like 2020 or something. 2021 or whatever. So the last 3 years, the man been fighting at 140. This dude been fighting 135s and 140. Then going to 147 fighting 140s. Man, this man done, man. He cooked. He ain't gonna be able to make it. Ain't enough left hooks in the chamber for that. And the weight classes is too crowded. 135 was too crowded. He never really fought top competition at 135. Then one time he did, he got outclassed. Then he goes to 40. Looks bad against Oscar Duarte. Then had some kind of weird thing about the and he had the weird thing with the the body shot with Duarte. When Duarte got hit with that body shot, he was looking like he got hit by something he never got hit before. You gotta realize it's a lot of guys that got punched by Ryan that said the hardest person they ever got hit by was Ryan Garcia. And these are guys who fought everybody, sparring, all kind of places. Like even Hot Rod recently, the guy who fought David Morrell, he said he fought Bitterbiv in the ring and he went and sparred him afterwards. He said Bitterbiv with big gloves, 16-ounce gloves, punches harder than guys with small gloves. So the power is real when it's there. It makes a difference. You said what? You can't even spell half the stuff you saying down here. Whatever this do, S them down. The guys talking about billionth of a gram, bro. Whatever you're talking about as far as that billionth of a gram stuff, bro. It's 2025, man. All that finna get exposed, man. We talking about something else now. Ryan Garcia did not make weight last year, bro. He's a weight bully. He has not fought somebody the same size as him in years. And the one time he did, he quit. So you obviously don't know what's going on. I'm glad there's people out here like you because I'm finna make some money off those crazy comments you guys been making the last couple of years. Yeah, Ryan's never he's a good boxer, but the thing about it is he's never how do I say it? He's never really put it together to win rounds. Like most of the time he's beating these guys who are at an elite level, he's KOing them or stopping them. He dropped Haney, but he's not outboxing people. So from what I've seen from Ryan, he can't really put it together like that as far as round to round. Most people he fights, it's a close fight, he struggles, needs a KO, a knockdown. So he lives off the knockdowns, even more than what Tank Davis does. Yeah, and he's just too undisciplined. He got all the tools, but he not going to use them. So most of his stuff goes off knockdowns. If he can't drop nobody, he said he outboxed Luke Campbell. Okay. If you think that. You said Devin is a weight bully? Okay. If you think Devin is a weight bully and Tank Davis has been fighting around the same weight class as Devin Haney, and he was boxing before Devin Haney was professional. What you think about Tank Davis then? Why is Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney moving up and Ryan Garcia moving up, Roland Romero moving up? So you think it's just Devin Haney that's a weight bully? Everybody else moving up in the same weight class as Devin Haney. You don't even know what you're talking about. Whatever YouTube channel you got that from, them dudes is going out of business. I'm sorry to tell you. Don't let the views fool you. It's only so many years y'all gonna be able to say stuff like that. Trust me. It's gonna be so many things happening this year. Nobody won't even be thinking about those narratives that y'all done put together as far as being weight bullies. Most of your favorite fighters out here is weight bullies. You said if he just locked in, yeah, but I ain't gonna lie to you, Chris. He a lost cause though. I ain't even gonna count to you. Not that I don't like the guy or nothing, but the chance he had was bouncing back after the Tank Davis fight. To be honest with you, I know what you're saying, but that chance he had was after the Tank Davis fight. What we ain't realizing right now is this dude was so low after the Tank Davis fight that he just used everything he had to take the substance. He just went ahead and took the substance, bro. He even said in a tweet he deleted or something like that, allegedly. He was like, yeah, they was talking about me after the fight and how I quit and everything else. So he was more so worried about Twitter. That's why he's always going on there getting likes and everything else. I wouldn't say he's been doing it for the likes the whole time, but it's just to a point now where, because it was already bad before the Tank fight, which is understood because he was kind of trolling and behind a lot of that stuff as far as trolling and talking about big fights. And he didn't have one. The biggest fight he had was Luke Campbell. But right now, I don't give him a chance, though. He don't believe in himself. When you got to put that in your body and then cap about it and then lie about it, you ain't got no real skills. That ain't me just hating. That's just being real. If you go back and look at his old fights, just look at his amateur fights. Matter of fact, I'll pull one up right now. I was meaning to do this. And I hope everybody sees this. And you could do this for any boxer. But Ryan Garcia being one of them. Just pull up one of his old fights. Man box the same way. It's just that he gets a knockdown. Good boxer, though. Definitely give him the credit for being a good boxer. But fights the same way he did from back in the day, though. That's why I said, like, the power is something that people gonna have to question. Like, the dude is almost a bit more of a physical specimen than Tank Davis. Now the speed, okay, look, the speed is the speed. We know the speed real. So we ain't questioning the speed. The speed is real. Now we know the speed is real. He's a skinny guy. The speed is the speed. But when you add in certain power that you ain't supposed to have, you got to realize there's a reason why you got the speed and you don't have the power. You don't have the power because you got the speed. You know what I'm saying? So with him not having the PEDs, you got to realize he was able to take certain punches from Devin Haney just because he was on the PEDs. That's what people are not telling everybody. He wasn't getting dropped. The way Tank Davis dropped him in the first fight, when Tank was like, oh my God, I can't believe I just dropped him. Because it looked like Tank was going to carry him a couple of rounds. The man couldn't even take a punch from Tank Davis and got dropped early. Think about this. Devin Haney took a punch. He took some hard punches from Tank Davis on the ropes and everything in sparring. Tank threw one little quick hook on Ryan and dropped him. Ryan was on his back. Ryan was laying on his arms. So for Tank to go out there and barely touch Ryan and for him to go flying, and then all of a sudden he get in the ring with Devin, he like just got the chin, best chin in the world. I'm like, people like, well, it's pillow fist. Okay. Go ask Cambosis. Cambosis fought Teofimo and he fought Devin Haney. Go ask Cambosis who got pillow fists. I'm pretty sure he'll answer that question for you. So yeah, when people say, "Oh, PEDs don't matter," so you see how he moving right there? Let me see if I can find an old fight real quick. Fighting the same way, man. He fights the same way, bro. Just gonna keep it a buck with y'all. When you on that sauce, you can drop somebody. This man, he ain't think about it. So he can drop these guys right here, but he getting in the pros and just dropping guys. Boom. He dropping people who ain't never been stopped before. I think Luke Campbell ain't never been stopped before. Man, Luke Campbell said that was the hardest he ever got hit before when he got hit by Ryan Garcia. This before the PEDs. He said that's the hardest I ever been hit. He said the man might hit harder than Tank Davis. And Luke Campbell had fought everybody. The man said, man, he got more power than Tank Davis. So we gotta think of how serious that actually is. And this is a guy who ain't known for having power. And then think about this, Chris. This dude, Oscar Duarte, that went out there and looked spectacular ever since fighting Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia went out there and threw a left hook to the body or whatever and made the man quit and take a knee. And I'm like, hold on, this is a Mexican fighter, a warrior. This dude gets stopped to the body, don't look right. So trust me, Haney ain't the only one that's looking and realizing that Ryan was. Trust me, he ain't gonna look the same. If he does look the same, ain't nobody gonna fight him. Cause the Ryan Garcia I know is the one that I'm seeing right here. That's why I'm saying people ain't been watching him. And this is only 2015. This ain't a long time ago. He said he gotta quit against Tank Campbell. Yeah. He recovers. He said you can still have a good chin and get dropped, and he recovers fast. You talking about Ryan? You talking about as far as Ryan was weight drained though against Tank. Everybody's weight drained at certain points. Devin Haney is weight drained. They say Devin Haney's a weight bully because he's weight drained. Everybody's weight drained when they fight. I think that's a overused excuse when it comes to Tank Davis because Devin Haney was weight drained at certain points. A lot of people are weight drained when you weigh in. Earl Spencer's been weight drained. Haney, Boots Ennis, Ryan, Tank Davis because he couldn't make weight before. Benavidez missed weight. So it's a lot of times that guys have been weight drained. So I think the weight drain excuse for Ryan is because he need one. That's it. Yeah, he needs one. Definitely needs one. But I don't know if you know this, Chris, but I've done some stories recently where guys have been 3 pounds over in Japan and gotten banned for life. So I understand what you're saying, but as far as the Ryan thing, I don't know if you heard me break that down before, but people get banned for life for being 3 pounds over. And being on PEDs, that's a weapon. You can kill somebody like that. Like, for real, you can kill somebody with one punch. So imagine somebody put something in their body. I don't know if you ever seen Batman before when they put the juice in Bane, but imagine somebody putting that in their body and then jumping in there. Like, it makes a huge difference. There's fighters right now, I can tell you to look up, that looked like Tank Davis in one fight. Then they got off the steroids and they look like a regular person. It happens all the time in boxing. That's why certain people is getting caught over there with turkey on the sheet right now. It happens all the time. The man has looked regular to a certain point. I'm trying not to say certain things without actually saying it, so you might not understand what I'm saying. You might not understand what I'm saying, so, which is cool, that's okay. But at this point right now, nobody could explain why Ryan has displayed more power than Tank Davis. I don't even know what you're disagreeing about. That's what I'm saying. What are you disagreeing about? What are you talking about? What are we disagreeing about? When it comes to Ryan Garcia, I would happily explain everything I need to. I'm not even gonna say allegedly right now. I'm just gonna full blast and explain whatever I need to. What is the disagreement about? Ryan Garcia used PEDs. He used drugs. He used steroids. What is the argument about? He used steroids. The man's not that good. What are we trying to explain about that? He gets boxed in literally every fight. The only time he wins fights is by knockout. He's not known for having knockouts until he got around guys who use PEDs. So if Ryan Garcia, as skinny as he is, never known for having knockout power in his life, and for some reason he has knockout power with Tank Davis, after fighting Tank Davis, but he didn't have knockout power fighting Tank Davis. People think that's just weight drain. Okay, Devin Haney's weight drain too then. They don't think that affected him by being weight drained against Ryan Garcia and him not being weight drained? I don't know. I'm confused about all that that's going on. It was a no contest for a reason. I'm confused. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why me personally, I could never support a Ryan Garcia or a Tank Davis or nothing, because it was a setup from the beginning. If you can't beat the man fair and square, then just don't do it. You got to get caught overweight and PEDs, and then everybody can, like, they don't know what was going on and how it happened. He's not good enough. I don't know why is that hard to understand? The man can't even go to 140 and fight a 47. This ain't no good points. These are facts I'm talking about. He the one doing it. These is facts. He's the one doing it. He's the one running boxing into the ground right now. They going out of their way to make sure he good. And this is somebody who quit against Tank Davis, not the people who was actually out there putting hands and feet on Tank. The guy who had the worst loss against Tank. That's the guy we actually like, yeah, you know, he possibly what? Nigga cheated. Nigga's not good at all. Not known for being good. They were just laughing at him after he won against Oscar Duarte. He can go out there and drop Devin Haney 50 times. The man still got outboxed the whole fight. He's not that good. I don't know why people don't understand that. He's not a good fighter. The man got dropped by Tank ASAP, then quit throughout the whole fight. Didn't even last longer than Frank Martin. Frank Martin hasn't been boxing. I think he's been boxing less than 10 years. Ryan been boxing his whole life. And you couldn't make it 10, 12 rounds with with Tank Davis? But Morrell can make the whole fight with what? Benavidez? He's not that good, man. It just is what it is. I don't know what it is that we're disagreeing about. That's why I'm saying you saying I disagree with. Let me go back and read it. Maybe I'm not reading right. He's saying, because we trying to act like Ryan is a champion or something. He's never been a world champion, bro. This is the best person that should be taking steroids right now. If anybody should be taking steroids right now, it would be Ryan Garcia. He's not Teofimo. He hasn't beat a Lomachenko in his career. He hasn't even jumped in the ring with a Kambosos. And the time he did jump in the ring with somebody, Tank Davis, he lost badly. The best win he had before Devin Haney was guys who not from America. I don't know why this is hard to understand. I tried to explain it about Tyson Fury, but people didn't understand then. I bet they understand now though. So this ain't nothing new as far as what I'm talking about. That's why I love having to prove certain points in boxing. I just did it with Benavidez and Morrell this weekend. Crawford and Canelo gonna be another one. So as far as abilities and everything, it's a lot of these dudes cutting corners out here. I know some people might not be able to see it. I thought that's what Chris was going towards as far as that. Because most people who can see the things that Tank Davis can do, they can see the things that Ryan does. But to not see the things Ryan does, but you can break down Tank, that's like, I don't know, that's kind of like dyslexic a little bit because it's harder to break down what Tank does than Ryan. Ryan is easy. He's doing everything in the open. And you like, nah, I just don't understand that. I mean, I don't know what to tell anybody then. I'm confused on all that. That's why boxing is in the position it is right now. Because it takes fans like 4 or 5 years to understand that Luke Campbell was never a good fight. It takes people 4 or 5 years to understand that, oh, Ryan is fighting smaller guys at 147. You say you think Haney is 147? You say you think, bruh, I got proof that Tank Davis is bigger than Devin Haney, has always been bigger than Devin Haney. That's not even a question. Tank Davis has always been bigger than Devin Haney. Everybody knows that. Richardson Hitchens knows that. Shakur Stevenson knows that. Floyd Mayweather knows that. Carmel Moulton was just 155 a couple of weeks ago. Do you hear me on here talking about how his natural weight is 155? Carmel Moulton was just 155. The weight thing is overrated when it comes to that. Carmel Moulton was just 155 recently. We just heard Jerron Ennis talking about he thinking of going to 154 because of his weight. We just had Tank celebrating that he was 140 on the scale. A lot of these dudes ain't walking around their natural weight. That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all got to talk to certain boxers when it comes to that. When people say that, that's a different conversation. Y'all got to talk to real boxers who actually do this. They ain't walking around weighing their natural weight. Canelo was fighting at 168 when he fought Floyd. The weight thing is a whole different conversation. He said, when you were saying, I think 147 is Haney and Garcia natural weight. Garcia natural weight ain't 47 because we don't know what his natural weight is because he ain't used nothing natural to make weight. That's what you don't understand. You trying to say something that don't make sense because Garcia has never made weight yet. He has never made weight at 140 yet. He's fighting at 43. Then he's using PEDs to make the weight, according to what he's saying. So now we got to believe a liar. A guy who's told 100 lies, now we got to believe what he's saying. That's the point that's getting me about with a lot of boxing fans. It's like the dude who's lying like hell. That's the person we got to sit up here and believe what he's saying. When I'm basically telling y'all from last year that he's going to be fighting at 47. When nobody running around saying he gonna fight at 47. So a lot of people got to play catch up when they come to Ryan Garcia. It's still people believing what's coming out of his mouth. And that's the problem. And that's why we don't know what a grown man put in his body. It's a grown man. He don't know what he put in his body. Then he start making a whole bunch of lies up. Come on now. Ryan Garcia is a guy who's basically heavier than most right now. If you look at his weight and how long he's been in weight classes, he should be around the same weight. Yeah, come on, man. Like, that's not even a question. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I'm not really mad that anybody's thinking like that. It's just that it's going to be beautiful when this guy is exposed, because I'm telling you right now, and this is anybody who believes in the, and I'm a fan of Ryan Garcia, probably not anymore, but I've been a fan of Ryan Garcia. But I will say this, he's going to have to do what he did against Devin Haney 10 more times to have a real career. Oh, no, I ain't got one on here right now. I got to do it tomorrow. I be having the links on, but you know. But I'm just telling you this right here. Ryan Garcia is a cheater. That's all it is to it. The man cheated. That's a fact. He didn't make weight. That's a fact. He hasn't fought in 140 in years. That's a fact. When he did fight at 140, he was fighting 135s at 140. That's a fact. He's a weight bully. Everything that Devin Haney can't do right now, they've let Ryan Garcia do. All right, man. I'm gonna holler at you. Yeah, I do a link thing in the morning. I don't got one on here. I don't not do no Zoom or nothing on here. But yeah, I do one tomorrow. I'll be doing one, but what you gotta understand is when it comes to Ryan Garcia, when this just nothing personal, Chris. I'm just saying when it comes to Ryan Garcia, everybody gotta know what they talking about. If don't nobody know what I'm talking about, I'm just gonna speak up and say mine. Everybody gotta know what they talking about. From the V samples, what I heard last year, the only reason I'm talking about it right now is because I know everybody ain't gonna talk about it because they know what time it is right now. But when it comes to Ryan Garcia, from the weight to the PEDs to his resume to his background, everybody gotta know what they talking about. That's just simple. Not just saying you don't know what you're talking about. I'm just talking about as far as you said the weight clause in the Tank fight. What you talking about the weight clause? I ain't saying nothing about the weight clause. What you talking about? No, I ain't arguing with you, Chris. What you talking about as far as the weight clause? You talking about the clause didn't affect them as far as the weight drain? It didn't affect them? I can't really say it did because let me tell you why. I can't say the weight affected him. I'm going to tell you why. The weight affected Devin Haney fighting the guy who weighed in at 143. As much as people want to sit up here and say, Devin Haney, oh, well, he paid the extra millions to do that. But he didn't pay millions so a guy can literally say, let me come in overweight on purpose. Then you pop dirty for PEDs. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is what Ryan Garcia has done in his career as far as anything, he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt when it comes to anybody. A dude who cheated somebody ain't finna get the benefit of the doubt. How do we know that he didn't cheat Tank Davis? Tank Davis' team said that Bernard Hopkins was trying to put steroid cream on Tank at the weigh-in. So people know, they know certain people for cheating. Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to tell you though. And the PEDs help you from getting knocked out. But you making my point though, Chris. And PEDs help you from getting knocked out. That's just like if you sniff some cocaine right now, you ain't gonna feel nothing. If somebody hit a baseball bat upside your head. That's why that's not something you can use in boxing. Because if you go in there and use that, you possibly ain't gonna feel nothing, and that's gonna make you last longer in a fight. So it's certain things that's used for certain things, and they know this already. They know this already. They use Ostarine in the NFL, man. You had NFL players out here who know about Ostarine, and they know you can't take it in the NFL, but they talking about some, oh, well, it don't matter. But you can't take it, though. I've been around professional athletes all my life. A lot of these guys be juicing and stuff and be cycling. They be in the training rooms, and they be at these medical centers all day, cleaning themselves out. They be up there all day. They go up there in the morning, they don't leave till like a job till 5 in the afternoon, 6. Do the same thing every day. That's their job. That's what they do. So you might be thinking these athletes are just hanging out, whatever. But with Ryan Garcia, if you look at the things he was doing as far as the IVs and everything else, I already knew what time it was. I knew he was on something years ago, because you don't get that big like that. When you look at other guys that's small, like Loma, look at Loma. Loma's been the same size for years. I can pull up a picture right now of Loma when he was younger and a picture of Loma now. I could pull up a picture of Teofimo when he was younger and a picture of Teofimo now. The only person whose body has gotten extremely different since they've been a kid is Ryan Garcia. Tank Davis' body looked the same. Shakur Stevenson's body looked the same. Keyshawn Davis' body looked the same. Everybody. If you pull up a picture of Tank when he was a kid, Tank Davis as a kid, he shaped the same way he was then he is now. Nothing different. Any boxer, you can get Devin Haney. They shape the same way. They don't look like they own nothing. The other dude, the other guy who getting the benefit of the doubt, he owns something. That's Tank as a kid, same size. Yeah, man. Trust me. I don't just be up here talking. This ain't my opinion. This a fact. We're gonna pull this up real quick. Now look how skinny this dude is. Look at this nigga's hips, man. What man do we know who hips is this skinny? Look how skinny this man is. What man we know from high school is this skinny? Then he's leaving high school, and all of a sudden he's bigger than everybody. Naturally. I know females who ain't this skinny around the waist. I only know about 4 or 5 girls that got a waist this skinny. I'm talking about girls in high school. This dude right here, this dude got a high school body. This ain't no grown-ups walking around with this kind of body. Devin Haney's around the same size in this picture. This dude is blown up now. My niece is bigger than this guy. And that's real talk. My niece is bigger than him. Now he went from that I'm just asking. Because everybody's seeing the same pictures I'm seeing. Everybody's seeing the same pictures, but that's what I'm saying. This Ryan guy, this dude, he destroyed sports, man. It's over with. It's over. It's over with. When it comes to sports, bro, Ryan destroyed it, bro. It's over. He destroyed it, bro. It's over with. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's over with. Now look how big Haney is. Now look how big Haney is. And look how big Ryan is. And the man was bigger in the boxing ring. I'm being nice posting that picture up about Ryan. Cause he looked small in that picture. Come on, man. Ain't no way Tank Davis was finna get in the ring with a guy that big. That's why Tank Davis had him at 135. Tank Davis knew he was a weight bully. You said, shoot, Tank really destroyed the sport fighting Ryan Garcia, to be honest with you. To keep it a buck, Ryan wasn't ready to fight Tank Davis, man. And it's just to be real with you, Chris, and you'll probably understand when I say this. Tank did the same thing that Floyd did with Canelo. Fought a guy who wasn't ready. Yeah, they did numbers and everything, but the numbers ain't really helped the sport, though. Now you got a guy in position. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I'm finna get a bag off Ryan, boy. I'm finna get a bag off this dude. He gotta beat. Ain't no way he finna run through everybody in the boxing. He ain't got talent like that. This dude, look at this, man. This dude just blown up after a fight. Let me go get how big he was in Tank Davis fight. You gotta understand, it takes you a whole day. You done went to a buffet before. You done went to a buffet before, Chris, and ate a certain amount of food, and you walked out there a little bit bigger than you did when you went in. This man got a whole day to eat after he weigh in. It wasn't that he ain't weigh in as far as with Tank Davis or whatever. It wasn't that he was drained. You gotta think about this too, Chris. It wasn't that he was drained. He ain't having sauce. Because when we seen Frank Martin weigh in with Tank, Frank Martin was drained. Frank Martin was drained against Tank. Ryan Garcia looked like he just came off the beach. Frank Martin looked drained. He looked drained. Let me see. Frank Martin weigh in. Yeah, this picture ain't good. Let me see. I'm trying to find a picture. I guess it's a good one. These pictures really don't do the justice. Yeah, you can get all these pictures on Google, Chris. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what everybody I don't know what everybody be listening to with this Ryan stuff, but I'm like, bro, Ryan finna have a whole bunch of people looking crazy, bro. I got Ryan losing to everybody. I got Ryan losing to Abdullah Mason right now. I'm telling you, he ain't that good, bro. The sauce he had, it was worth it. You gotta realize he's smart. The one thing about Ryan Garcia, he's smart. He knew that, hey, they ain't gonna care about if I was on something. They just gonna care that I went in there and dropped Haney. And you gotta realize that if you go back and score the fight, Ryan had a point taken away. So the fight wasn't really supposed to be just a victory for him automatically because he had a couple of knockdowns. But he just so smart that he knows if I just get a couple of knockdowns and use anything I can to get the knockdowns, nobody gonna care. Nobody cares. And he made black people look crazy as hell for even co-signing some of the stuff he been doing. So yeah, American boxing looking bad right now. As far as Tank and everything, Tank couldn't fight enough fights right now to save American boxing. Only person that's gonna be in that position is probably Terrence Crawford. But it's finna be over with soon. Tank ain't in a position to save boxing or nothing like that. It's already a wrap. Once that thing with Haney happened, they put themselves in position now to where the top fighters again is Mexican fighters, as far as, which I don't care about who's the top fighters or not, but I'm just talking about as far as how they see it. They smart. They even gonna move away from the fact that Canelo ducking Benavidez. They ain't bringing that up no more. So whether it's Ryan Garcia, Bam Rodriguez, Benavidez, Canelo, you said not Ryan, but you saying that's. But you gotta realize this too, though. Everybody just went out there and said Keyshawn Davis was gonna struggle with Lemos, a guy that just gave Richard Hitchens a hard time at 140. And Keyshawn just went out there and knocked him out in a couple of seconds, couple of minutes. And then Richard Hitchens just went out there and destroyed Liam Paro after Liam Paro beat the brakes off of Sabril Matias. So for me to say that Abdullah Mason beating him is nasty work, Abdullah Mason he has a better amateur background than Ryan Garcia actually has. Ryan Garcia is not an Olympian. Nobody knows Ryan Garcia for doing anything before the Luke Campbell fight. And the only reason he gets credit for Luke Campbell is because he fought Lomachenko. But you gotta realize though, before the Haney fight, he ain't did much. So the only fight you is getting credit for right now is questionable. So how much credit am I actually supposed to give Ryan? He got the knockdowns against Haney, but we keep forgetting the part where people forget that he got outboxed. I'm not finna say the same thing ESPN say. He got outboxed. I mean, okay, he getting credit. Because last time, and this is the funny thing about boxing that I love too. See, when Tank get credit for going out there outboxing somebody, but losing almost every round. I mean, not outboxing somebody, but dropping them, KOing them, but losing almost every round. It looks good. It's impressive. Wilder go do it. It looks trash. Ryan Garcia go do it. All of a sudden, he a top fighter. Bro, he the same dude that got dropped by Tank. That's what we gotta. I guess unless everybody think Devin Haney was, a lot of people think Devin Haney was the next Floyd. I didn't know that. That's why people are looking at it like that. But the dude needed PEDs to win. The way you looking at it right now, Chris, you think Ryan on PEDs is the real Ryan. And that's nasty work. That's super nasty. I can't even explain that no more. I'm kind of getting off topic, way off topic, even going this far into it. But I can't change the fact that you think that's the real Ryan Garcia. I've been watching Ryan Garcia too long. So that's kind of why I see him as like a younger person in my mind, because that's why I've seen him fighting. That's why I pulled that amateur video up. But if you look at most fighters, I don't know, man. Guys don't know really PEDs like that, to be honest with you. Like, you gotta be a guy who's an athlete or in combat sports to really know that. But I don't know if people know it or not, but black people are athletic. So if Tank was taking PEDs right now, dudes will be getting killed in the ring right now. So I don't think people understand how big a deal the PEDs is, but that's a personal thing. I can't really explain that. At this point right now in 2025, I can't explain why don't nobody know why PEDs is a banned substance. The fact that that's even, and the reason, and people don't know the effect that it had. The reason why Tank Davis is using Vada right now, why Tank Davis is he is PED testing Lamont Roach. Tank Davis and Lamont Roach is finna fight each other right now, and they take a PED test. And people like, yeah, he's just doing it. Lamont Roach ain't even known for having power. Why would Tank Davis PED test Lamont Roach? Think about that real quick. I think people forgot that tweet I had. I made a whole live about it. Why? That's the funny thing. People forgetting that Lamont Roach is getting PED tested by Vada against Tank Davis. And the man has less knockout power than Devin Haney does, and a smaller weight class. These boys out here crazy, boy. They boys out here wild. These boys out here wild, man. I love boxing. Cause you know what? When it be wrong, ain't nobody gonna show up and be like, you know what, dog, I was wrong. It happens every time. They ain't gonna show up and say it. They ain't gonna show up and say it. Cause trust me, my money is on Ryan. Definitely not looking good. Matter of fact, let me pull up the highlights he had against Duarte and see what kind of outboxing he was doing in that fight. Cause I would go back and pull up older highlights. Cause one thing I'm gonna have to look up eventually. I'm gonna have to find a fight where I know he went on that stuff, and I'm gonna have to show people this is what he looked like right before it started to change. But really, I ain't gotta show nothing. All I gotta do is sit back and wait till he fight next couple of times. To be real, that's all I gotta see for real. Let me see. Let me see, Luke Campbell. And this is the nasty thing about it. He went the distance with Emmanuel to go, but got Luke Campbell up out of there. Yeah, man. That definitely don't look right. That man was going 10 rounds with nobodies at 130. Man, y'all better stop it. Ryan Garcia was going the distance with 130s and then went to 135 and started knocking out contenders. Bro, y'all better stop it. I gotta pull these fights up. No way. He said Lamont Roach is the most skilled fighter Tank is fought. He ain't better than Lamont Roach ain't better than Gamboa. It ain't even close. Lamont Roach is definitely not better than Gamboa. Nah, that's not even close. I understand what you're saying though. That is a good pick to say he the best. He not even better than Gamboa though. If Gamboa was healthy and younger, he would have possibly beat Tank. Well, no, I would say Barrios is better. Who else? I'll say Ryan's. Hold on, you said what? So Ryan's, Barrios. Trying to think of all the names. Cruz. I'm trying to think. But if you look at it though, the names he got up there, they ain't really no names like that. To be real with you, they ain't really no names. They like great value. They ain't really no names. Yeah, but Chris, when you were talking about the PEDs and everything, you weren't talking about PEDs and all that. I mean, you was talking about PEDs earlier than the weight. But we were just talking about the weight earlier. When you were talking about, well, I think him and Devin Haney are weight bullies. This dude's a weight bully, bro. At the end of the day, I'm gonna move on from the conversation because you see the same thing I see. So you know what time it is. I don't know what side you're playing, but the evidence is the evidence. The man is skinny as hell against Tank Davis. He ain't even drained, bro. His mouth ain't dry. Now, Chris, you done been walking around before, and your mouth done got dry and everything else. This man ain't even went out. He ain't even went without eating that long. You would know when somebody is weight drained. He's not weight drained like that. And then look how big he is right here. It's gonna be a good year in boxing, dog. I'm telling y'all. The real boxers, the real guys with skills. No drugs. We've seen how Tyson Fury looked recently. No drugs. The boxers with no drugs in their system. It's gonna look different. It's gonna look different. I'm telling you. This dude's big as hell, man. Tank Davis was never gonna fight Ryan Garcia like this. He ain't gonna do it now. I thought he was gonna fight Ryan, but it's a stretch. It's a stretch. He might still do it because it's a nice payday, but look at this. Look how big this guy is. And we trying to say Devin Haney's a weight bully and Ryan, they both want, you said they was both natural 147s? But I think that conversation is, I think that's a reach, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think you was reaching on that one. I think you trying to get Ryan out and it ain't gonna work. He ain't that good, man. To be honest with you, we was really being nice to him, which a lot of black people be doing these days too much because he didn't do anything to belong in the same ring as Tank Davis. Everybody else got to earn a fight with Tank. He didn't earn no fight with Tank. He didn't earn a rematch because he still was dirty. And Tank still using Vada. Look how big Devin Haney is compared to this guy. This man is skinny, bro. And Ryan's arms are just humongous. Oh, the points ain't gonna change. These facts right here. This ain't nothing I came up with. These is facts. I'm just pulling up pictures. Oh, these just pictures. This is what I gotta see, bruh. I'm gonna be real with you. These just pictures. I guess if you like Ryan Garcia, that's cool. But I'm gonna just tell you this right here. The fact that Ryan Garcia, and it's just facts, the fact that Ryan Garcia quit against Tank Davis and was caught with PEDs after that lets me know that he'll never be a a good fighter in my eyes. He ain't good, man. The man needs help. He needs drugs to win a fight. That's just it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If you catch your girl cheating, you ain't finna be on some, oh, well, you know, that's my girl though. Okay, cool. If that's how you feel, but just know that somebody else is in that. You say you think Ryan Power and Speed is legit? Bruh, I just pulled up names up here. This dude been going 12 rounds with before he was even with Canelo now. I just looked at his resume. The dude was going 12 rounds with bums. Ryan Garcia was going 12 rounds with bums. I have evidence that he doesn't have power. I have evidence that he doesn't have power. I've done this many times with many boxers on these channels. This ain't my feelings. This is a fact. I've done this many times with many boxers on this page. Tank Davis exposed Ryan Garcia. I'm gonna tell you how. Tank Davis had him at a weight that everybody else be at. Everybody else be draining themselves as well. Everybody looks bigger on fight night. So he had Ryan Garcia making weight like everybody else does. Because if you look at his face, he's not drained. Frank Martin looks drained in the face. Ryan Garcia don't look drained. He's just skinny. And then how did you get naturally big from this to this in 1 year? You're a boxer and you get big, you get from this size to this size in a year? Damn, somebody got to explain that one. So at the end of the day, Chris, you know, you think PEDs doesn't affect power, but you're going to find out very soon. I'm going to give you an example. Tyson Fury, he ain't been knocking nothing out lately. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you another example, Chris. Ain't nobody been knocking out nothing when they get around Turkey Island Sheik. I'll help you out with that one. Ain't nobody been knocking out nothing when they get around Turkey Island Sheik. Nobody. That power gonna get exposed. That power gonna get exposed. That power was nowhere near when Tank Davis was around. I can't even give him that. Tank Davis already exposed that. That's why he laughing like this dude getting credit, but he got exposed already. Ryan ain't drained. He look more drained. That's how I know he owns something. His mouth look more white in this picture where he bigger than it does where he's skinny at. I've been weighing in my whole life. I know what somebody drained. He not drained right here at 135. He just not on that stuff. They know what time it is. The man got exposed. And he ain't the first one, he ain't the last one. Canelo the same way. Canelo ain't been getting knockouts. If you look at Canelo's resume, Canelo got caught with PEDs the same way, and he ain't been getting no knockouts since. Canelo ain't only, he ain't knocked out nobody. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be extra disrespectful with this one. Where we at? Let me see. Oh man, no, not Ryan. Not Ryan too. Not Ryan too. This dude look Puerto Rican, so I ain't gonna give him that one. That dude looks Puerto Rican. The two black guys he did lose, the two black guys he did beat, is like 5 and 14, man. This dude ain't beating no black guys, man. I gotta pull that test out too these days for certain people to let them know. This dude ain't KO no black guys except 2 journeymen from from 2017. I don't know what real power people think Ryan Garcia had. But the one time he got caught with PEDs, he dropped Devin Haney, and other than that, he hasn't shown that he has real power. I ain't seen no black dudes he been dropping in his career. He ain't jumping in the ring with none. The ones he did jump in the ring with, he quit against the first one and he got caught cheating in the second one. What credit is this man supposed to get? That's what I don't understand the credit he's getting right now. But like I said, you gotta be an athlete at certain points. And then the athletes who do, you gotta be people who actually, are clean athletes. A lot of these athletes aren't clean these days. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, for everybody who wants to believe that he got skills, go ahead, absolutely. That's what's making all of this good. That people actually believe that his skills are legit. That makes all of this good because now we get to figure out who really know boxing. We're going to figure it out now. Like, we needed this Haney and Ryan Garcia thing to happen. Because what people don't realize is, all Haney got to go out there do now is worry about left hook. See, before, he was still walking down Ryan Garcia at the end of the fight. That's what people don't realize. Ryan could knock the man out on PEDs. And he was bigger. And he had more muscle. So all the pressure is on him. And he got to do it against Rowley. He got to do it against Haney. He got to do it the rest of his career. He got to show up. That's what people got to realize. These dudes got to have a career. You see what Anthony Joshua been struggling to bounce back recently? It's a career you got to have. It ain't just a couple of fights. Ryan got to have a career, dog. Yeah, I ain't trying to make you understand what I'm saying, Chris. we're just out here having a conversation. But Ryan got to have a career, though. No, not a whole career. I'll tell you what fight it was started, though. Go back. You can look at his resume. Look at that around them fights around 2018 when he going 10 rounds with these Mexican guys. These bums. I hate to call them bums, but we're going to call them bums right now. For this argument. A guy I was with 10 rounds with. Yeah, he went on the juice then. Around 2018, he went on the juice. And the only reason I got taught like this now is because, I be trying to make it seem like I don't know when he was on this, but people be like, well, he wasn't on it then. So now I got to say 2018, he was going 10 rounds. In 2018, Ryan went 10 rounds. He went the distance with this guy. Show y'all what his resume looks like. Devin Haney ain't got nothing like this on his resume. This is horrible. Ryan Garcia was going 10 rounds with this in 2018 before he started juicing. He was going 10 rounds with this. So trust me, when I tell you I know he's on the sauce, I knew he was on it years ago. I just ain't said nothing because, what am I going to prove? But he failed already, so it's a wrap. But he's going 10 rounds with this, though, before he started getting his knockouts. Now, mind you, this dude was at 130. This man was at 130. Ryan Garcia was at 130. And couldn't stop these guys. But then he goes to 140. And he's knocking down Haney all of a sudden. And get caught with PEDs. And those ain't supposed to matter. These folks tripping. This dude went 10 rounds with a guy who got 5 losses and 4 draws. Then went the distance with a guy who got 17 losses and been stopped 4 times. Now he ain't got no power. I mean, now all of a sudden he got power. Yeah, then all of a sudden after that he just started stopping guys. He went to 35. When he went to 35, 5 rounds stopped the guy. 2 rounds stopped the guy. This man started stopping better fighters. Duno. Romero Duno, who was just fighting with Kane Sandoval recently. This boy Duno, did Duno get stopped? Duno had never got stopped before he fought Ryan Garcia. Now mind you, Romero Duno had never got stopped. That man got stopped in the first round. He fought Frank Martin, got stopped in the 4th round. 6th round against Moran. His 6th round against Sandoval. So he possibly ruined that man. And then he fought, and then look, it was Duno. And then the weird part about Ryan Garcia fighting Fortuna, this what I'm gonna have to do a video about that tonight. This is old news, but it's new news. Ryan Garcia, do you know the dude Maxie Hughes that everybody thought Kambosos lost to last year? Before he fought, after he fought Devin Haney, after he lost to Devin Haney, he fought Maxie Hughes. Everybody thought he lost to. Well, before Ryan Garcia fought Tank Davis, he tried to get Maxie Hughes. Let me tell you, this dude's a weight bully, man. He tried to get Maxie Hughes to fight him. Now Maxie Hughes was a 135, I want to say. So he wanted Maxie Hughes to fight him. So they like, cool, we'll get Maxie Hughes. Yeah, absolutely. So he was like, never mind, we ain't gonna fight. I found somebody already. Because I think they turned down an offer. I think Eddie Hearn turned down something, the first offer, and Fortuna took the offer. Fortuna was a 35 and Maxie Hughes was a 35, I want to say. This man ended up fighting Fortuna at 140. So when I tell y'all this is the weight bully of all weight bullies, the man he took Fortuna away from 135 and fought him at 140. So the man has been fighting people under his weight class for years. Just like what Tank doing, just like how some of the other, the only person who ain't doing it is Haney. Haney ain't running around here saying, hey, let me get this guy from a lower weight class and bring him up. If a guy moving up, that's a guy who's moved up already. Ryan was already fighting heavier before Haney even got to 140. Ryan was already fighting at 140. Teofimo as well. So a lot of these guys ain't even making no moves as far as at 140 for real. But it was Duno you talking about. It was Duno. But if you look at his resume, this is before Duno. He went 10 rounds with this? Man, please. Man, please. It better be something wrong out here. And if it wasn't for that test, see what's gonna happen out here is somebody gonna end up getting seriously put in the hospital. And one of these dudes' favorite boxers gonna end up doing real time. A lot of these dudes done got away with a lot of stuff. But if somebody would have got hurt when a lot of these guys pop dirty for steroids, and somebody would have ended up hurt, seriously hurt, a lot of these dudes would be in jail right now. Let me see. And then look. So he started after he knocked out Luke Campbell, he turned around and went the distance with, yeah, man, dudes was on that sauce, man. We already know what time it is. Then after he knocked out Luke Campbell, he struggled with Manuel to go. Somebody that's somewhat black. struggled with him, went the distance. So yeah, Ryan been on that stuff for a while, man. They don't want me saying it on YouTube. I'm already shadow banned because of stuff like that. But yeah, we just reporting the news though. But yeah, man, I got some more information coming out tonight. I'm gonna do later, but yeah, this dude's a scam artist, man. He's scamming with a lot of stuff right now, inside the ring and out. That's why I say a lot of people don't really pay attention to boxing. Boxing getting kind of boring, to be honest with y'all. I be knowing so much to talk about, but people just, I don't know, man. Boxing's getting kind of boring, to be real with you. It is. Not because of the fights. The fights is cool. It's just like the conversation around the fights. And leading up to it, the build-ups is getting kind of weak. They don't know how to build up a fight no more. Look how they building up Lamont Roach and Tank. That's why I was like, I ain't finna talk about it. I seen people do it last year. I was a small little tiny channel too. I was like, man, why ain't nobody talking about Tank Davis and Frank Martin sparring? Soon as I started talking about that, that's what everybody ran with the story. Oh, the sparring. I'm like, that's old. Y'all should have been talking about that years ago. And that's another red flag too. Frank Martin ain't even been boxing that long. And the man did a better job against Tank than Ryan Garcia. That's another one. There's plenty of fighters that fought Tank better. I mean, they have. Esau Cruz fought Tank better. Gamboa. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Ryan ain't got no power like that. I can name so many fighters that did better than he did against Tank. I ain't even got to think about the Devin Haney fight. That's why I said people like, oh, well, the PEDs don't matter. I'm finna get so much money because people think that don't matter. And they just think about the Devin Haney fight, bro. I'm thinking about every fight. I'm thinking about Ryan in the future, who he gonna fight. If he don't move up and fight a Boots Ennis, who he gonna fight then? He gonna be trying to entertain Conor Ben? I wouldn't be surprised by that. A Conor Ben fight. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff coming up, but his resume ain't like people think it is. They see the knockouts and everything, but you don't realize that the man moved up and got these knockouts. Like he wasn't getting this at 30. He put on that extra PED pounds, allegedly. Cause you don't put on 5 pounds and just start knocking out everybody. He said, nah, it's that everybody's still repeating the narratives that like the narratives that has ruined boxing for the last 20 years. They still pushing those kind of narratives out. Still anti-American, and it's a whole bunch of other stuff. Disrespect for the Latino fans. People trying to turn Tank Davis into the next Mike Tyson. Just all kind of stuff. They're trying to force Ryan to be Oscar De La Hoya. It's the same old thing, man. Different era, same mentality. Ain't nothing changed in boxing except the pieces. Ain't nothing changed. It ain't nothing changed. But don't nobody know what's going on, though. It's a lot more talking about the business of boxing, but don't nobody know what's going on. I'm starting to see now, we went from when Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford was talking about fighting, we heard dudes talking about promoters, boxing business. Then these days with Haney and Ryan Garcia and Tank, we're talking about fights and mandatories, and now we're down to the point where we're talking about weight and PEDs. Like this ain't never been done before. Like the reaching is extreme right now. Even when Canelo failed a PED test, nobody questioned whether Triple G was trash because he didn't beat Canelo or anything like that. This era is just getting worse. Like people they making it so personal about boxing. Boxing is not personal. We ain't the ones getting punched in the face. So I've never understood that. But I'm starting to understand now a little bit more as I get older. I'm starting to understand. A lot of these people they're not gonna really, boxing is just a thing where they watch it on the weekends, have something to talk about, but they don't really care about the sport like that. Just to be honest. Even when I was thinking about it the other day, I'm like, bruh, people used to watch Mike Tyson instead of Floyd Mayweather. They didn't watch Floyd until he fought Oscar. Yeah, I've been telling people that. That was the first thing I had said, Troy. I was like, Ryan couldn't even drop Haney. He couldn't even stop Haney, and he dropped him multiple times. And not only that, Troy. Not only that, which is a good point, Troy. Not only that, but from what I've seen, Ryan Garcia can't outbox nobody. Like, look at the guys that he had to go the distance with. He went the distance with Emmanuel to go. A guy who don't have knockout power. That's why I tell people that Ryan Garcia taking PEDs, they help his chin. You said they don't question the moneymakers. Yeah, that happens. But what they don't realize is right now, I can't really say too much, but what I will say is it's a lot of fighters that's mad right now that know that Ryan been juicing. I'll just say that. Well, let me just go ahead and say this. It's a lot of fighters right now behind the scenes that's not saying nothing in the public, but they mad that Ryan Garcia been juicing, and they don't want nothing to do with him. There's fighters right now that's making a big deal, and they want special treatment right now. If you see the way all these big fights is getting made right now, they had to sneak Ryan Garcia into that whole situation, but you don't see anybody raising their hand saying, pick me when it comes to Ryan Garcia. A lot of fighters don't want nothing to do with him. Even these cowards that was up here saying that they wanted, that they don't think PEDs matter. I can't say much, but there's a lot of boxers out right now that have been sitting up here saying, y'all can Google it. One of them is Regis Prograis, who said PEDs don't matter and all that other stuff, and dudes don't allegedly, and weight and everything, and Devin Haney a weight bully. But then as soon as he got in the fight with Jack Catterall, a guy who ain't known for having power, he asked for a PED test. So a lot of these guys behind the scenes, man, they making a big deal about a lot of this stuff, but they get in front of the camera and be like, yeah, left hook. But they be scared about the PED test, so they know what time it is. But when Regis Prograis was getting knocked around the ring recently, and they act like he got dominated, you ain't finna see me jump out there no more. I'm good, homie. I saw them saying he need to retire after he fought Haney. Yeah, Floyd ain't had no fan base until he fought Oscar, Troy. They don't even know that. People be making such a big deal about, Floyd knew about Tank. But y'all think Floyd was a Greek god or something back then, but Floyd didn't get no fans until he was 30 years old. That's why Floyd don't know how to act now. He didn't have no real fans until he was 30. Shoot, Ali had fans his whole life. Mike Tyson as well. That's why Mike Tyson don't really like people in his face. That man had fans his whole life. Yeah, Ryan has no value, but at the same time, I think Ryan is needed because now we get to find out who's the boxers who's really legit and who's not. See, the way some of these guys been talking, Troy, like Floyd Schofield, I don't know what these dudes is on. Every time I look around, he in the weight room. I don't see him in the gym at all as far as throwing punches. But dudes talking about some, well, PEDs don't matter. But then he talking about some, well, I'm worried about the PED test. How you worried about the PED test? But then you say the PEDs don't matter for Ryan Garcia. But like I said, man, some of these guys are behind the scenes making a big deal about it, but then they want to get in front of the cameras and act like, oh, yeah, the PEDs don't matter. Trust me, I know what's going on out here. I don't want to say too much, but I know what's going on. And that's something you ain't gonna hear on no YouTube channels. Yeah, it wasn't even before the rants, Chris. Because you know the rants didn't happen. Shoot, the rants didn't happen till July 3rd. And the fight was in April. You know what I'm saying? The fight was in April. And he fighting at 47. This dude fighting at 147. And he fighting Troy. And he fighting Rolly for a belt. This man pulling up Rolly Romero to 147 for a belt. So right now, Troy, let me tell you this. Right now, Ryan been fighting 135s at 140 for the past 3 years. Then the last fight, he didn't even make weight and had a substance in his body. Now he going to 147. And the first name he grabbed was Pitbull. Pitbull is the smallest 140 we got on earth. So Ryan wanted to get the smallest 140 pounder who been at 140. Pitbull ain't been at 140 12 months yet. So he the smallest 140. He ain't been at 140 for 12 months. And you trying to fight him at 147? And the man had a fight. He had a fight signed already. So the only person Ryan can actually find was a guy who already had a fight signed. The man couldn't even look. Hey, Troy, the man don't even want to fight a journeyman at 147. He don't want to fight a former champion at 147. He can find the guy who Brian Norman Jr. knocked out. Pretty people will watch that. Oh, Troy, you ain't seen the pictures that y'all put up, did you? Troy, you ain't seen the pictures I put up, have you? Let me pull up the pictures for Troy then. Troy just showed up. Look at that, Troy. That's Ryan against Tank right there. Look at that picture, Troy. Look at that, man. These people still talking about, bro, when it comes to weight and PEDs, bro, trust me, I know this. I do this, trust me. I got guys with UFC fighters, boxers, bodybuilders, NFL players, NBA players, major league players. I'm talking about any kind of athlete you want to think of, I done been around. And I done played most of these sports at a high level. When it comes to the weight room and all that, he walks around 170, at least. Look at that. Hey, Troy, and this is another thing too. Troy know this, because Troy done been around, so he's been dehydrated before. He's been drinking certain things before, or whatever. So you've been dehydrated before, or even like when you get the flu or something, Troy. Troy, you know when you get the flu and you start losing weight and everything else, and you start sweating, and then in the bed, you know, you lose like 20 pounds. People like, dang, you look skinny. You like, man, I've been sick. Ryan doesn't even look sick. He just looks skinny. Like, people have to realize that's his regular size. So look at the picture right quick, Troy. You see it? Now that's Ryan's regular size. This is just like about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, when he fought Tank. And this is last year when he fought Devin Haney with his pictures when he's flexing. Now look at this, Troy. Now I was telling Chris earlier, I'm like, bruh, Ryan Garcia's natural frame, he is a skinny guy. He's not a muscular guy who's carrying a lot of weight. You understand what I'm saying? Like Ryan Garcia is almost, he's not supposed to be the size he is. If you look at Ryan Garcia's brother, he's a smaller size, like how Ryan Garcia is in his Tank Davis picture. He said, I really thought Ryan would at least try to fight Barrios at 47. That's really the only winnable fight for him in comparison to Boots to Carter Ben. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Chris. Y'all got very high expectations for Ryan Garcia, bro. He's not that good, man. I'm telling you. Ryan Garcia is not that good. Him cheating Devin Haney made him be considered a realistic boxer, but he had to cheat though. That's what I'm saying. I seen a guy recently who had to cheat somebody. I seen a UK boxer that had to cheat, and everybody was telling me how he was juicing. I was like, nah, I don't think he's juicing. The dude came out there and couldn't even throw a left hook. And this is after he just beat the crap out of somebody who was a good fighter. I seen a fighter recently who was on PEDs, who was out there outboxing people, speed, power, and everything. He got off the PEDs because they started locking people up and start banning people for 6 and 7 years in the UK. And the man looked regular the next fight, and he lost. And guess what? He got stopped by a guy who only had 3 knockouts. So that means he ain't had no chin. That means the PEDs didn't help. Because I told people the PEDs do help you have a chin. So he ain't had no chin, he ain't had no power, he ain't had no speed. I don't know if y'all ever seen that Max Payne movie. Go back and watch that Max Payne movie. That movie they got with Max Payne with Mark Wahlberg when they was taking that little drug and you start seeing that little falcon or that little raven bird. Yeah, that's real talk. That's a real drug out here. I don't know if y'all know it, but a lot of stuff in movies is real. But go ahead and look at that Max Payne movie and go check that movie out and see how, and look at how that dude around his mouth, how his mouth was getting white and everything like that. This is after taking a drug that makes you a superhuman. The man's mouth got white and everything. Why would they put that in the movie? Oh, I can't say the name, Troy. I get sued like hell on here. I definitely can't say the name. I get sued like hell. But yeah, it was but yeah, it's a couple of guys out there though. Oh, but you want me to write? But I'm gonna tell you 2 fights to look at though. It ain't got nothing to do with what I was just talking about, allegedly. But look at these 2 fights, and you'll know what I'm talking about. All you gotta do is look at the highlights. Look at this one first. I know I'm not spelling it right. I know I'm not spelling it right, but shit, it is what it is. That's the first one, and then gonna watch the second one and on this. And what was the other guy name? What's brother's name? He just fought recently. I don't want to get off topic of what I was saying because I want to show you something. Oh yeah. Yeah, just go look at these 2 fights right here. Check these down. Everybody take a screenshot of them. Just watch those 2 fights and you'll understand everything I'm saying. I'll give y'all 5 seconds before I take it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, watch those 2 and you'll understand what I'm talking about. But this is stuff that most people should already know. He said, you talking about the... Nah, I'm talking about Max Payne. It's a video game they had on Xbox and PlayStation called Max Payne. With Mark Wahlberg, they was taking some like superhuman pill or whatever. and it was making them go wild. Where is it at? Let me see. Yeah, I don't know if you ever seen that movie though. Go back and watch that movie, Max Payne. He takes like some little pill in the movie, and he started going crazy. He can see everything faster, everything slowing down. Telling you, it happens all the time. Go back and watch Max Payne though. It happens. If you go back and look at how Ryan was acting leading up to the fight, you're gonna be like, oh man. Oh, you said no pain, no gain? No, I ain't seen that. I don't know what movie that is. I've heard about it, I think. Oh yeah, I was telling Troy about this earlier. So Troy, this, I don't know if Troy's still in here, but look at this, and this go back to what I was saying too earlier, Chris. Look at the natural size. Everybody trying to act like Ryan Garcia they got a lot bigger. And I'm gonna get off the topic after this because I got so much evidence. I'm gonna just put this to the side. But if you look at Ryan Garcia's size, when he was fighting Devin Haney as a kid, he was he's the same frame. His frame has not gotten different. He got the same skeleton. And when he fought Tank, he was the same size. Man, we done seen people dehydrated and drained at a weigh-in. Let me see. When did Josh Taylor fight Catterall? Let me see. Let me see when Josh Taylor fought Jack Catterall, because he was drained like hell when he fought Jack Catterall. Man, he was so drained. I don't know, they finna let him fight? They tripping. He can't even pull the man face back. You said that was 10 years ago in the amateurs? Yeah, but that ain't what this ain't, but Troy, you understand what I'm saying though. Ryan Garcia is the same size in the fight with Tank Davis as he is in this amateur picture right here. I don't think people understand what I'm saying. He is the same size around his waist and his chest and everything as he is in this amateur picture. Same size. I ain't talking about growing. I ain't talking about jumping. I ain't talking about leaping. I'm talking about he's the same size. This man gained. So you telling me in 10 years, it's the biggest he got right here. But the next year with Devin Haney, where's it at? Let me see. That ain't it. Cause I'm trying to figure out, when did he get this big? Body mass can grow when you get older. When? We're talking about somebody who didn't make weight though. At this point right now, it don't need to be explained, bro. What's understood ain't got to be explained. Y'all know what time it is. It ain't got to be explained no more. I'm only doing this to let everybody know it's over with. Whatever was said last year, It's over. The man fighting at 147. He ain't fighting 147s. So that shows me right there he's not good enough. Even if you do believe in him, he don't believe in himself. So that's one. Number two is the man that blown up in weight in 1 year after fighting Tank. What they got to do with him being skinny right here though, Troy? The man, he gained 5 pounds, not 50 pounds. He still was fighting at 140. You can't show me not one fighter on the planet who was fighting who gains 5 pounds, and they look like this. 5 pounds. We done seen Tank go from 135 to 140. Tank ain't look big like this. We done seen Terrence Crawford go from 140 to 154. Terrence Crawford ain't look like this. We done seen Canelo go from 147 to 168. Canelo ain't looking like this. And Canelo was on PEDs. And Canelo is a workout warrior. Ryan Garcia left Canelo because he didn't want to work out as much as Canelo was. He felt like Canelo then was working out too much. So a guy who felt like Ryan Garcia, he felt like Canelo was working out too much, he getting bigger, and he around the same size as Canelo right now? 5 pounds? So he going from 135 to 140? I mean, at this point right now, he doing some Jesus stuff. Because I ain't seen, nobody else is out here doing nothing like this. Tank ain't doing this, and Tank got all that power. And I know Tank be in the gym more than Ryan do. That ain't even no question. Now I'm gonna go back and show it again. This is after a year. This man the same size he is as a kid when he was fighting Tank Davis. And we done seen when people been drained before. Josh Taylor right here, drained. Ryan Garcia ain't looking nothing like this against Tank Davis. Everybody wants you to think. See, what people want you to think is that Ryan Garcia is walking around looking like that. That's what people want you to think. They want you to think he's skinny like Josh Taylor in the face. They think that he weight drained. If you look at the picture of Ryan Garcia as a kid, his face is not sunk in. When he's fighting Tank, his face is not sunken in. You look at Josh Taylor, the man's face is sunken in. And he's still at 140 right now. You said Tank stay in shape in between fights? No, he don't. Tank don't stay in shape in between fights. We got fighters out here that know that Tank weighed in at 180 before, Troy. Tank has weighed in at 180 before. Matter of fact, when Tank first got with Floyd, they couldn't even put him in certain fights at a certain point because he wasn't weighing in at certain places. Tank was overweight 5 years ago. Tank lost a belt because he was overweight. Tank lost a belt on the scale. See, this is stuff people don't realize. Tank is see, when people say, hey man, Devin Haney a weight bully. Tank, he couldn't make weight. Tank missed weight like a long time ago. That's why he be celebrating that he making weight. This dude been overweight. It been time for him to move up. It been time for him to move up. Where we at? What the fight at when he had missed weight at? It was the Fonseca fight. Yeah, man, the man was 132, couldn't make 130. Then the next year he fought at 130. Then he fought Gamboa at 35. Then he fought Cruz at 130. Like, man, move up, man. You already missed weight, move up. Now, if that was Devin Haney, everybody would have said, move up, man. You already moved weight. You missed weight. Ain't no way Devin Haney would have been able to miss weight at 130, go to 135, then come back to 130 and fight Leo Santa Cruz. That was weight bully stuff. And that's being unbiased. That's weight bully stuff. You can't miss weight at 130, then go to 35, then come back and be like, well, I did make weight this time. That's what they talking about Benavidez as a weight bully. And he did this years ago. So he's been supposed to move up. So when people say he stayed in shape in between fights, nah, that's not true. Nah, he definitely don't. It sounds good because he's a talent, but nah. He's a talent. He's not a exceptional, skillful boxer. He's a good talent, but if you look at his resume and everything, like I said recently, bro, like him, Tank even having co-signing the Ryan Garcia situation, it's a bad look for him. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. He said, move up, do what? The same thing he's doing. He's fighting nobody. That's his problem. I mean, you the face of boxing right now. That's his problem. You the face of boxing. It's already embarrassing right now seeing him as a black man get up there and he the only one online every day talking about how black fighters is trash in 2025. I'm tired of supporting that. Well, I don't really support that no more. I'm tired of seeing stuff like that. I'm too old for that. And we got people twice my age that support stuff like that. We got too much talent in America to be hearing one black man talking about all these black dudes out here trash when it comes to boxing. But I co-sign Ryan Garcia, man, to hell with that dude, man. I don't co-sign that dude. Me personally, I don't like Tank Davis. I don't support Tank Davis personally no more. He's told everybody in the world that our best fighters are trash. And then he kisses the butt of people from other countries. But he'll tell everybody else how trash our fighters are. Most of the time when people find out if a fighter's trash, they calling people email champion, that came from him. So really all Tank Davis has done is told people how bad American boxing has been over the last couple of years. He hasn't complimented any fighters. He hasn't really co-signed any black fighters publicly. Every time one of them wins, he say something bad about them. Said something about Spence. He said something about Crawford. Say something about Haney. Say something about Shakur. So he really don't do nothing for boxing over here as far as for black people. So when people be like, well, he black though. Oh, okay, well, he running us in the ground though. Everybody think we a joke. Every time somebody make a joke about a black fighter, they say something that Tank said. And people just think it's boxing. Okay, it's just boxing. All right. Wait until it's your child or your grandchild and then see if it's just boxing. They ain't gonna never get into boxing anyway because they see how these dudes are so tribalistic and they act like it's game banging out here. Some of these people take boxing way too serious. People who really been punched in the face, they don't take boxing as serious as some of these fans do. Like the worst thing I be hearing is when fans get up here and really tell the world like, man, these black dudes, they don't want to make millions of dollars. And then another thing that's faking boxing is people saying that guys is getting they getting paid a lot of money to fight Tank. Dudes is not making a lot of money to fight Tank right now. You are not getting the payday to fight Tank. I don't know who's been telling people that, but you do not get a payday to fight Tank. You get a payday to fight Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney. Right now, guys is not getting paydays to fight Tank. Lamont Roach is not getting a payday to fight Tank Davis right now. I don't know why people keep running around talking about Tank Davis is giving a black man a chance and everything else. Lamont Roach is making the same amount of money he could have made somewhere else. Dudes is not making career-ending type of deals or type of money fighting Tank Davis. That's why I'm saying people got to ask a lot of questions that I ain't finna be asking. But they talking about pay-per-view numbers and everything. Lamont Roach need to be getting paid like Edgar Berlanga and Munguia getting paid. So the stuff that people talking about right now, they don't even understand what's going on. They talking about Tank this, Tank that, Tank that. Man, these dudes ain't even getting paid to fight Tank. These dudes ain't even getting paid to fight Tank. These black dudes ain't even getting paid to fight Tank. That's what people don't even realize. They're going to spend the next couple of weeks until the fight happens talking about how Tank doing all this for Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach ain't getting paid like that. He should be getting way more money. He should be getting 8 figures. Lamont Roach is probably going to see 7 figures, if that. And I'm probably capping on that. I can't even speak on that. I know he's going to see 6. I don't know if he's going to see 7. That's why when people be like, Ryan this, Ryan that, Ryan that, Ryan that, man, Ryan ain't did half of what Lamont Roach did. But guess what? He getting the opportunity, though, because he's Ryan. And he got some followers. This is how the rap game ended up like it is now. Trust me, bro. Trust me. We in the era right now where these followers and these likes have lowered the value of real talent. They think real talent is likes. And then when people stop liking the stuff they used to like, they got to find somebody else. But real talent don't equal likes. But a lot of people think that, though. But if you notice, most of the guys that they like, they don't ask these guys to fight anybody. He said Lamont even said that Tank wasn't his biggest payday. He taking this fight for legacy. Yeah, people sitting around here like, man, Tank Davis around, he doing a good thing for Lamont Roach. Fighting him, man, he wasting Lamont Roach time. He should have fought Lamont Roach 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's just the narratives that people want to put around to build up certain things. But as far as I know, shoot, Devin Haney the one getting people paid right now. Cambosa's got his biggest payday with Devin Haney. Loma, biggest payday. Who else? What's the other guy name? Well, Ryan, biggest payday with Devin, not Tank. Who else? Even Ryan said that. Ryan said he only made like 20 or 25 against Tank or something like that. Against Devin, he made like over 40. So he made like twice as much with Devin that he did with Tank. And they're going to tell y'all about numbers and everything. Keep believing these dudes, man. If the numbers really like that, Lamont Roach need to be eating. Everybody talking about he a world champ, well, treat him like one. That's why I'm saying, like, people don't understand. These people ain't really raising the value of American fighters. Most of the stuff that gets said about black fighters come from Tank, man. Once I noticed that recently, I'm like, I don't respect, bro. I don't care who it is. Because it could be my child out there, and he wouldn't even know it. He'd just be like, man, that nigga trash. And I'll be going to war about that. For real, for real. Just like at the end of the day, people can play games if they want to. And this is real talk. Terrence Crawford Terrence Crawford ain't these other dudes. Tank Davis gonna have to see Terrence Crawford. All that, you got a fat wife and she 300 pounds and stuff like that. He gonna have to see Terrence Crawford in these streets. And he gonna see him where it ain't gonna be no guns that can save him. all that street stuff and we'll pull up, whatever. Trust me. Everybody can do that, but he gonna have to see him. He gonna be somewhere where he gonna have to defend himself. He gonna have to see him. That's for sure, for sure. He gonna have to see him. So the way dudes been talking lately, it definitely caught up when that came out. I don't know if everybody know Terrence Crawford or not, but he gonna see him. It might be before he fight Canelo, after. He gonna see him though. That's why I said these dudes be lowering the value of boxing over here, especially Tank. That man don't say nothing good about no black fighters over here. Nothing. Soon as Ryan Garcia and Canelo name probably, yeah, you know, best fight I ever had. After you said Pitbull. That man said Pitbull was his toughest fight, and then gonna turn around and say Ryan because Ryan beat Haney. Sucker stuff, man. Sucker stuff that Mexican fighters don't do. Mexican fighters don't do it. That's why when people say, oh, it's so much divisive stuff when it comes to boxing, we don't play like that. I don't know where dudes is from. I know dudes probably from Baltimore, DC, whatever. I don't care about none of that. We don't move like that when it comes to boxing. We ain't never moved like that. We ain't never moved like that. That's sucker stuff when I be seeing these days. Dudes ain't propping up no young guys. None at all. At least Floyd used to try to prop up some guys. He'll say a good thing about some of these guys. Bruh dissing everybody. Like they just straight trash. And then got his fans out here cool with Ryan, but Shakur ain't that good. And Devin, man, stop it, bro. Y'all don't cut it out. That's why I said, y'all ain't learned the last 200 times y'all been saying stuff like this. Yeah, don't nobody respect him, man. You think Canelo respect that crap Tank be doing? Canelo over there with the people that were just calling Tank a nigga. Canelo got Ryan and Teofimo over there. And he going out of his way to work with Ryan and Teofimo after calling everybody a nigga. And you got black people out here like, yeah, well, man, them niggas don't give a damn about no boxing. They trying to build up their country. That's what these niggas out here still stuck on. Ryan, Canelo trying to build up his country and the fighters of the future. Now, mind you, Canelo and Ryan Garcia just had a fight bigger than what Devin Haney and Floyd them just had. I don't think it was just as big, but the fight was like, it was bad. If you see what Canelo was saying about Ryan Garcia, yeah, it was bad. I would say it's worse. But Canelo was the type of guy, he gonna reach out and still mess with you. These dudes over here, they ain't rocking. Man, I'm telling you, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, I know it, bro. I know it. I done seen it. I done been in the sports world. And I done seen the older guys who used to be boxers or whatever, jealous. And they won't even help you out and show you the way because they like, man, I ain't finna let him pass me up. So they know it already, man. This dude's Tank's bad for boxing, man. When it comes to American boxing, he's bad for it. Period. That ain't me hating on him. That ain't me being jealous or because I like a certain fighter or anything else. Nah, to be honest with you, I like all the fighters equally the same. They just ain't better than each other. But I like them all equally the same. But, bro, you promoting there, you the most popular boxer over here, and you the only one in the last 20, 30 years that done told everybody how trash all these boxers is. To be honest with you, he ain't responsible enough to be the face of boxing. And it's over with. I don't look at him as the face of boxing no more. I think it's a wrap for me. I think it's a wrap. Anytime Devin Haney, who people feel like lost against Ryan Garcia, They asking him to fight people more than they asking Tank Davis. Let's just be honest. It's been a rap ever since last summer. In my eyes, it been a rap. That's how I look at it. It been a rap in my eyes. When you got guys like Tank, who the guys he fought, most of them guys getting beat. Most of them guys losing. Look at Rolly. Rolly been looking trash since he fought Tank. Eastside Cruz been getting knocked upside the head by random people. So I told people already, you gonna see who fighting the best. Them guys who Devin Haney got on his resume, yeah, they'll see eventually. They might not be top names or nothing, but they're gonna be tough fighters down the line. Who gonna fight tough fights? They just had a guy, Andy Cruz, just fought one of Devin Haney's old opponents, and was having a hard time a little bit. But yeah, man, Ryan Garcia, he's cooked though, man. I've been taking it easy on him, but the dude, he can literally get the same size he was when he was in high school. This ain't got nothing to do with being drained. You know when somebody's drained, man. When somebody dehydrated. You know when somebody's dehydrated. Look at Chavez. This is Chavez Jr. I don't know if y'all seen him before. Chavez Jr. I think that's Chavez Jr. if I ain't tripping. Damn. Yeah, that's Chavez. That boy was weight drained like I don't know what. Let me see what Chavez at. Dang, they only got pictures of him weighing in. That's a decent picture. Damn. They hiding the pictures like they scared I'm gonna find something. Dang, they can't even show the pictures. But yeah, man, I just have to give a master class on that for some reason. Yeah. I'm all right. I'm gonna head out too, man. I appreciate you for coming through, dog. Yeah, Shakur is, bro. I got Shakur dusting people off after February. To be honest with you, I like Shakur, Tank, and all them guys the same. Haney. Yeah, appreciate that, Chris. You already know, dog. Appreciate that. I don't be on late a lot. Appreciate Troy Graham for coming through too. Yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming through, man. I had to pull that master class out real quick. But yeah, this is it's gonna be very important in the future though. I might even do a video about it tonight. But that's all I got, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through.